The three YouTubers accused in this case have taken to their individual platforms disagreeing with the charges against them, accusing the sheriff of being unconstitutional. So maybe the way I'm reading it here is maybe the county attorney might not take the case. They're just going to evaluate it. Just like they do every other case.
That's what it reads.
They basically broke our rights just to send a message. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And my name,
hit that subscribe button.
You've been
Let's
doing
get
this for
started.
A long time, so I mean, you've had lots of exposure to this kind of not this level, I don't think, but obviously
we're here
but
just
right now.
Live
my name is full name, middle name,
JLR
being dragged through the mud.
Figured I'd
it was all
do a little broadcasting of it,
like
continuation of
to send the message.
What we were talking about there. So.
And that's
just
why,
gonna hang out and watch
I'm
that.
not here trying to do
anybody that jumps in
things.
here.
This is seriously.
I know everybody's still over on JLR stream.
I've been feeling attacked since.
As you guys jump in here,
they put up the barriers and all that stuff.
Again,
I had respect for the neighbors.
We're
just like they have.
Sort of going to continue watching what they were saying.
And it's not even that busy.
I jumped on there for a second. I wanted to share what I found.
Be a big deal.
And it's pretty crazy.
And
so
if they just said, "Hey, let them be there,"
the fact of what
we wouldn't be
KVOA
here.
story just put out.
We should, fight back as people are telling us to do.
We'll talk about it.
Absolutely.
We're sort of listening to what JLR stream shows.
None
and
of it
sort
is
of
correct.
Restreaming his stream,
He's using his power.
That's what we're doing.
And none of it is correct.
Yeah, it just the way they got that statement from the county attorney. I don't know if the county attorney is going to be on board.
No, and even the way that they were talking in the videos,
jumping
the
over here.
supposed neighbors, they weren't even talking correctly. None of it was true.
Well, what Nanos
can y'all hear what they're saying? Okay,
or scare us
I need
from
to turn
not
up a
going
little
back.
bit.
I mean, it's kind of working on me. I'm here in Florida. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I can tell you, and there's one person that has told me they're going back. They're going back. They're going back, and they're going to.
Wonder who that might be.
Doing what they're doing.
Yeah, but they're trying to hide something.
I bet he has a
They're trying to hide something, whether they need to move something or somebody. They're hiding something. They don't need you guys filming it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So they're just using the neighbors'
I don't
complaints
always do true crime.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do other stuff. Just
I'll tell you, when I was there, even though you think there's nothing,
I
to
just
report,
sort of do my thing. I don't
was
want to take
there,
anything away from those guys.
The guy drove up.
Oh yeah, the camera.
Liz Gillespie,
working in
thank
the
you.
office.
Thank you.
And next thing you know, he's on the
Scary
roof for
Carrie.
20 minutes.
Yes.
Look at them.
That's where the cameras
Them
are
subs coming in.
And
I appreciate all you guys stopping in and hitting that sub button.
So you could not see.
I had to
exactly,
change.
But it looked like maybe
I had it
like,
doing different things, like welcome
some
to
sort
the
of
jungle.
black camera.
And I got
Was it a trail cam maybe that has an SD card in it that it could have been taken out?
Strikes because I played music and it plays music when it does that, so I had to take that off.
So everything's powered up.
Copyright violations.
Power gets shut on the house.
That's why I had to change it to. We got a new subscriber type thing. So,
but it was weird.
JLR did an excellent job in Texas. He said, "Brave, seriously."
Yes, you got your
yes,
polo
he did.
shirt, your slacks, your nice shoes.
You're
not getting on a roof.
Right.
Thanks to you.
So for whatever
thanks for stopping
reason,
in. Thanks for commenting.
Over there at that time.
I think you're talking
get
about
on
the fact of
for 20-30 minutes.
I dropped that video,
and so to me that's news, right? In the biggest case that's hit the United States this year as far as true crime and and now we're not even allowed to report that. That's a secret, So, I was glad to be able to, stand up for the First Amendment and be there because if no one's there, no one would have known that happened. Rolling. Not that it's a big deal.
JLR's chat. I guess I had it stopped.
It's what reporters do. They report stuff.
Right. And you're not doing anything illegal, but I'm wondering if he switched out an SD card.
Thank you.
But whatever's there can clearly see who's taking.
Make sure y'all tell y'all's friends about me.
Again, yeah.
I do my own thing,
and Lauren said that she'll be in shortly.
Jump on their stuff and just
I wanted to say shout out to Leanne.
I don't want nobody to say I'm taking anything away from them, all that good stuff. So
New Zealand, see, this is a worldwide case.
Just one of those things
still,
I jump on and give my
worldwide case. People have said,
video,
people suggested bring
presentation or whatever.
I'm seeing here Melissa bring in Mark Kinsley. bring in national figures, some sort of national figure to take the case.
Well,
that's what we should do. If anybody in the JLR,
because
Nancy
I'm
Army,
playing
Tucson
them
Army,
also. So if you're
Alex
watching
Army,
him,
Juice's Army, anyone out
and
there,
you're hearing it on his
go
stream
and
plus
solicit
my
the
stream
pitch,
again. So
we would love to hear, you know, and if
with
you guys
another
want to
15-second delay.
reach out
So
to whoever and just say, hey, there's some streamers out
I
here,
appreciate you being
their
here,
rights
though.
are being violated, need some help. We'd love
Hello,
that,
Deborah.
you know, and see
Thank
if
you
you
for
could try to,
stopping in.
you know, bring in a, you know, attorney in, or at least open up some
I can
dialogue
turn
and see
his
if somebody can
audio
respond
down
back
real low so you don't
send
hear
them
it.
to
You can
us.
hear it from his stream.
You know, we'd
That
love to
makes
get
it
an
easier.
attorney for that matter.
I can mute it. And
Yeah, I mean, and that's the
granted,
thing is I don't know
it's
how,
still, I
how
think it'd
that
be
works, but usually
it wouldn't
if
work
it's,
out
if
good
it's
for
something
you
where
because
it's high profile, you know,
there would be a delay there.
You know,
I can turn down low enough that I'm just hearing it in my ears. I don't know how much y'all are hearing of his stream from my stream. If that helps. Again, so I'm just sort of watching him because I wanted to watch him, but I'm doing a stream myself because it helps get my view times and all that stuff. I got to reach 3,000 hours of views from folks, and I appreciate all you guys who are here to help me out and get that before I can actually do the whole YouTube thing. So,
anything else? I forgot your name, Susan.
Yeah.
Well, good Lord.
There's so many people.
No, not really. I do have a couple of lawyer
Texas.
friends that could give you some advice. None of them, of course, are in Arizona, but at least I can hook you up with some good ones that will give you advice if you would like me to.
Poet says, take it to court, Tucson.
Yeah.
You guys have your live, unedited videos as evidence to prove you did nothing wrong or broke no laws. So how in the heck is what you did, Tucson, a public nuisance? Explain.
That's exactly why I clip the stuff. Whenever they're doing stuff and important things, I try to
clip
it for that purpose.
Create a public
and I've got them all. I've got all the files.
I don't know, because he's the quietest out of all of them. Out of all of you, he's the quietest.
Teddy and Roger says the night before the arrest, Juice called, talked about the Nanos losing the $25,000 bet in the University of Arizona basketball game. I'm sure Nanos doesn't want that talked about. The player was going to call to verify. Well, one person called in from Oregon telling us that on here. I don't know if the Juice played it, but we got a call
JLR stream
told us that.
Did you see the video of and it's not that long ago, 2024, even though it's a couple years, but of him at the airport?
Oh, yeah. I just saw that. Yeah. I'm going to get that up in the pipeline, too. He was read his Miranda rights.
Yeah, and everybody so he's already,
because he had,
had that happen, and then he actually, everything was dropped, and it's like it never happened.
Yeah, he was read his Miranda rights. Where's that at? Right here. Let me get this
Drop some comments.
Michael Reese put the tweet up. But I appreciate you coming in, Susan. Thank you.
No problem. Lauren's coming in. I just messaged her, and she wrote me back.
Comment.
Oh, Lauren.
So Lauren's got the whole JLR stream.
You're welcome.
Anybody who's
Bye.
listening.
We'll bring Lauren in. I'm going to get that thing, but I'm going to bring some people. We still got people waiting. I Love the Cruise came in earlier, but had microphone
damn good headphones.
Are you there? I Love the Cruise.
And I can crank these dudes up, and I mean I can
Sassy, then Tucson or Lou from Tucson.
I can hear a gnat fart across the room. I'm just saying.
Hey JLR, good to speak with you.
Let's listen in here.
857.
We turned up a little bit.
Hello.
Following you, watching. I was actually watching you and the Juice when it went down, and on this end of it, as a subscriber to all of these channels and as a faithful watcher, as a person who goes to you guys for the news source.
Sorry, let me.
That's where news is gathered
break
now.
This out over here.
We don't go after dinner and sit down at 6 o'clock and watch mainstream news.
Okay, there we go.
Streamers, YouTubers, bring it real time, and thank God you did 857. That you were there in that moment, and JLR, that you were there in some of those moments, and Alex, and Juice to
Drop my
capture in real time
YouTube.
what was said, how it was said, and how it went down. I did my research just so I didn't misquote, and I know that I'm preaching to the choir and to the JLR Army and Tucson Army, 85, the Army. Because if they want to just refer to the YouTubers, make a shirt. I'll stand with you. I'll be one of the YouTubers. Proudly. But
I guess
our
I'm a
First
YouTuber
Amendment
now.
right protects freedom of religion, speech, the press, peaceful assembly, and the right to petition the government. Freedom of the press is the constitutional principle ensuring that news media, journalists, and independent publishers can report information and express opinions, and I put this part in bold, without government censorship, interference, or intimidation. 857, I feel like what I watched and observed, you were strong armed into signing a ticket with a threat of being arrested if you didn't.
Yeah, no, they said, yeah, if I didn't
that
sign that
is a
thing, he
legal
said, I have
requirement.
to get you in cuffs. You're going to go down. You're going to get booked.
That's everywhere.
You got to get, you know.
Which
so
is
basically, he made me sign that.
That's
and
by him not signing
it's also captured that this
by him
deputy
signing it,
out there,
it says he will show up
he's
to court.
clear
and
that he
was
doesn't
released
want
on his own recognizance at that
to
time
serve
by him
either
signing it, saying, "I promise
tickets.
to appear in court."
He doesn't want
if he
to.
failed to sign it, then he
But
would have
he
had to
has
went to
no
jail.
choice.
Just saying.
It is at
All that does is a promise to
the
appear in court.
behest of his supervisor.
Right.
Thank you, Leanne, for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. Very, very
Patriots
grateful
Warrior,
from
thanks
New
for
Zealand.
stopping in.
I just want to comment here also. This is coming from
Thanks for being here.
Mitzi V66. Benjamin Taylor of Taylor and Gomez Law is one of the most prominent civil rights attorneys in Arizona, known for high-profile cases. Benjamin Taylor,
I must be
Gomez
just a split
Law.
second behind.
Look
So
into
here's
that.
the
his
funny
thing.
thing.
I don't want to change
Here's
it because
the
I don't want to
funny
mess
thing.
y'all up.
I know Benjamin Taylor.
Oh, you do?
I mean,
Well,
I mean,
you know,
not like you, but I went to elementary school. I went to middle school with Benjamin Taylor. So, I mean, I don't know. He usually does like lots of like civil rights cases, like more racially, you know, things like that.
The Juice has got a civil rights case.
I'm not saying he wouldn't.
But even speaking to that, 857, part of what I jotted down was as a supporter and a viewer, I was broken watching that go down, watching the Juice and the way he was treated, watching you step over and just
I don't remember who she is.
Put an arm around it. It's going to be okay, man. And hearing him say, in this country, in our country, where we are afforded freedoms, where we do have the freedom to speak our voice, where we do have the freedom to express opinions and should not fear intimidation, to have to hear that precious man, Troy, the Juice, say to them, I don't understand why I'm being arrested. And to be honest, I'm fearing for my safety. And it's on the video. You hear him say it.
I don't know who
to the law enforcement officer,
see signs
cop,
for
deputy. And they
I'm not saying anything bad about her. I'm just saying I see signs as I'm watching
no
this.
notice that he was restricted from being in that area. What public nuisance were you?
I'm usually pretty good at picking people out. I'm just saying.
That's what I asked.
Very clearly you asked, and very clearly
before.
You were not provided
I've seen it in
and neither was
Nanos's videos too.
And the sheriff that drove past you the hour earlier, indicated all is well. Hey, I know you. 857. Yeah, you're good.
I don't know.
Even
Her name's covered up by the
confirming with
comment. Well, he
that
got
individual,
names posted.
are we
there.
good right here in this space? Yes.
I guess I could go
yes,
back
you're
to the
good.
beginning and it'd tell us who it was.
Even when you asked the next set
Hard to hear
of
me.
the goon squad
Make sure
that
my
had
volume's
a
turned
tough
up.
decision to make, do I keep my job or do I violate these rights? Was what it boils down. Do I follow Nanos
How about
and
now?
carry out
I
his
turned my mic up.
vendetta?
I had it turned down because I didn't want to be
Or,
overpowering.
you know, do I
I don't want it to
violate the rights or do
peak
I
all the
lose
way
my
out there.
job?
Tennessee Girl 1978. Thank you so much.
See,
For
I
the
can't
20
get
gifted
that.
memberships. Thank
I
you.
can't get
Very,
gifted
very grateful.
memberships.
20 new members of JLR.
We got to get
Investigates,
there.
Courtesy of Tennessee Girl.
We just got to
Very
set new
grateful
our
for
time,
that.
folks.
And again, Leanne from New Zealand. 5. That's 25 gifted memberships. Thank
Anybody
you
know
so
who
much,
that lady is?
ladies, for that. I really appreciate that. I also want to bring in.
Sorry, I
I'm
had it.
sorry.
I turned it down a little bit.
Neighbor,
You're welcome.
Regular guest, our friend KMP Kid. I'm going to bring him up in the chat with us because he wants to chime in on the whole situation.
Dustin.
This is Annie and Tommaso's neighbor. Not much going on around there. Hey,
Well,
what's happening?
one of the last things I did want to
What's up, Dustin?
Yeah, thank
KMP
you.
Kid.
857 when they stopped first and indicated all is well. Yeah, hey, I know you. 857. Yeah, I follow you. Yeah, you're good. No problem. Stay where you are. They did ask about Alex, and
Yeah.
I've
Then they go to
posted all
his
those videos.
home.
Granted, I
there
know
was
not everybody
no
follows me, but
indication of an investigation.
I have.
He was arrested without cause. Investigation. He was determined to be guilty by what we've now seen has been a modified video by a news outlet of something he didn't even
Thank
do.
you, Brenda. I appreciate you.
There's
Again,
no proof. There was nothing.
I think by them
And
doctoring
he's
the
pulled
video,
out of
it
his
makes me
home.
wonder
I
if,
agree with you, 857.
because they say their source
this
is
the
straight
US?
from. Sorry,
Is
let me
this
turn this
what-
down a
Is
little
this what
bit
we are now?
because I know most of y'all are
And,
watching it on
as for
JLR.
me,
So let me
and,
add.
my circle.
I noticed that
South Carolina,
KBOA's clip
we see
says
a
video
beside
source
you, and if
from
it
Criminal
takes
Network.
driving to
So they're saying they took the video straight from his
peacefully
video.
protesting quietly,
Well, that's
right
exactly
to
where I
the
got the video from too, and it don't have it. So
Because ultimately,
KBOA had to doctor that video, but it makes me wonder if that's what
to keep her name out there
they used to charge him with that.
ultimately
Is because somebody altered the video. We know who probably could have sent it in
to the point that she can no
and sent it to him and said, "This is the thing." And I hope that they did, and I hope the sheriff's department goes back and says, "Who is our source for our video?
Children,
How did we get this information? Who did it come from?" And if they were able to track it down to somebody maliciously
the YouTubers,
altering that video,
and stand
I hope they charge their ass.
the YouTubers, and I'll identify
So,
with
just saying,
the YouTubers
we all know
who
that that is
did
possible.
fight on Sunday.
So
I appreciate your time.
it clearly is not. And I mean, I've got the video. I'll play it in here again. And I've tagged and they showed it on JLR earlier when I was on there. You know, so
Annie Tommaso's neighborhood. KMP Kid, a regular. How are you doing
Uh-oh,
today?
I lost JLR's audio.
Oh man,
Call in and go back out.
Come back out.
you know, hey, a lot of here's a little
I think I'm gonna have to go backstage and then come back.
a little
to JLR.
tip for you guys. If you guys call in to anybody's show,
from Arizona, another Arizona
anybody,
friend.
JLR, Damien's, mine, whoever's, and we're doing that part.
But that's
If you're watching on YouTube, you have to turn your YouTube volume down. You can still watch it. It's going to be behind 15 seconds because when you're in his StreamYard and you're talking to him, you have to have the audio from that source, your phone or whatever, is what you got to listen to because he's talking to you live right here. You're listening to it over here with a 15-second delay, so that's why you hear people all the time say, "Oh, I don't hear you, I don't hear you," and then he says, "Well, I'm hearing you," and then 15 seconds later you hear it. So you've got to shut that down. Whether you turn it off or turn the audio off and not listen to that and listen to your StreamYard, whatever you're doing that with. Like I do a computer, so I had to shut it down that way. Just a little tip. Let me check out the comments here.
By the Pima County Sheriff's Department.
It's great
Yeah,
now.
you
Thank
might
you,
go
Scary
there.
Carrie.
Getting arrested.
Copyright KVOA.
Are you back in
Right.
for work?
It's evident to me that it was altered. We played it. I sent the video. I've got it straight clipped from the thing. So
Are you there,
Yeah,
brother?
I'm back in there,
we
sir.
know that
Are
somebody
y'all
altered the
playing
video.
all? Can you
It's
hear
kind
me
of
okay?
crazy.
Again,
Yeah.
Elisa, I think.
I think you're on a
Turn off
delay.
the,
I think
the back, turn off the.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
See.
come back out.
Let me reload and come back.
All right. You can have some
That's
microphone.
what's
But,
happening.
yeah, I mean,
Is
that's-
people
so
are
I'm
listening
up
to their
too. Like,
stream
y'all,
and
like,
not the StreamYard source that he's talking to you on.
In America
So.
right now, you know, if somebody wanted to
Um,
go there and just say, you know, a
Doesn't say
5-minute
fuck
prayer,
off.
right, by Nancy, I'm sure they would let it go, but they would go in.
But that's
and
what's
be like,
happening.
"Hey, could I be targeted?" Maybe
On that end, on the KVO thing, we all know, like I was saying, that I suspect that somebody sent the video
You get a ticket
with
now.
all the false 911 calls and all that stuff that they have received.
The street, like, you know,
I suspect that somebody sent them the video and it was altered, and they sent it to them, and they
secret location now
based
that
their
anyone can go.
charges off
This
that
is
video.
just a regular American street. We've been
Oh yeah,
running
they
for-
definitely do. They
There's
do it to make it
24
look worse
hours
than
in a
it
day,
is.
7 days a week.
Exactly.
2-3
But again, the
hours,
biggest
4
thing.
hours a day
Let me turn them down. You know, since I'm talking to you guys, and most of you guys probably listen to them on JLR stream itself. Again, if you watch me on X and you follow me on X, you'll see that I posted the video that JLR played from the KVOA story, and I'm gonna go clip it here in a little bit. When I get off here, I'll go clip all that information. I'll clip the exact clip that they broadcasted, that JLR showed on his stream. I'll go to their webpage and get it directly from them. But you'll notice if you listen to it, when Alex, you know, he makes the fart noise and all that stuff, he comes out of that tent, he stops, and he makes a sound. That sound is what they added with the splash type deal. There's sounds that are heard way up there in the video, and when you watch it on my X, the full video clip that's 5 minutes and 21 seconds, you'll hear that whole section. They took sounds from that whole clip, which is from Alex's clip, and they pieced it together to make the clip that they did for their story. And they clearly put a splashing sound whenever he throws the jar, and he did that on purpose to make it visible, like, oh, I'm just throwing the piss out here on the ground. Excuse my French. I mean, I hope I don't offend nobody, so type thing. But you know what I mean? It's obvious to me, and that's why I went and clipped it. It's been on X for a couple days now. I had it posted. So again, for everybody that follows me, y'all have seen it. So, with a lot of the other stuff going on, I think most of y'all who follow me on X have noticed that I haven't retweeted, posted too much stuff today about all the other stuff going on. It's one thing if we're talking about this where the YouTubers are being charged with stuff, I'll repost that stuff. The behind the scenes drama, the stuff with Brian Enton, I don't agree with what was said, I'll tell you that much, but I'm not responsible for that, as in somebody else has to answer for that. You notice I haven't reposted it because, whether it's his Brian Enton's post or anything like that, it is what it is, unfortunately, folks. I'm not resharing it because I'm staying out of that. That's just some of that drama that I'm talking about. So if everybody who's complaining about this being done on this side by these YouTubers and these streamers, everybody that's complaining about all that stuff would also stop sharing the stuff from this other side of people who are saying they're doing this stuff. All this drama from both sides would have, if nobody was interested in sharing it, it's everybody who keeps on sharing it is what's keeping it going. And that's why I'm not sharing it. So if y'all are tagging me in that stuff, yeah, I mean, you're tagging me and I'm seeing it on X, but I'm not going to reshare any of that stuff because I'm done with the drama part of it. So You know, there's things we'll talk about and stuff like that. But, you know, my opinion, if I keep sharing it, then that means I'm siding with one side. If I'm sharing facts of the case, of the things that have been charged against these guys, that's factual stuff that has occurred, and I'm resharing that. But to reshare, he said this and he said that against each other, and I keep resharing it, then I'm picking sides on who's doing what. And I'm done with that crap, and I told y'all that. That's why you're not seeing anything from me on those situations. There's stories that people post and stuff like that that are not named, but yet they're directed at the fact of stopping the drama, blah, blah, blah. Some of those things I'll choose to share. It's my choice whether I share it or not, but I'm just telling you, from my perspective, I'm not going to reshare any of the drama that people are putting out of saying this person said this, or this person did that, or this person did that. If it's factual stuff, I'll do it. Thank you, new subscriber NJ 2026. I think it's NJ, it looks like. Thank you. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Anybody else that's not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. You can drop me a like down there. Feel free to hit a comment, and we'll discuss whatever you talk about. Truth Warrior says, wait, they added a splash sound to make it seem like he was actually peeing? Yes. Not to make it sound like he was peeing, that he had peed. And they added the splash sound. If you listen to KBOA story, when Alex goes over and you see him throw the jug in their story, listen, there's a splash sound. And it's hidden behind his noise of, or whatever it is he does. He makes a noise with his mouth and like he's chugging it over there, but you'll hear a splash sound. And then go watch my version on X, the full 5 minute, 21 second. And I think JLR said it's around 3 minutes and something. Anybody remember exactly? 3:22-ish. You'll see Alex come out of the black little tent thing that he pops up and would urinate in if he had to. And when he comes out, he stops. He watches something down there and he walks over. You can hear him shake the jar. You can see it. He shakes it with his hand. You can tell there's no splashing going on. And then he walks over and he acts like he throws it on the rocks. And you listen to it. There is no sound at all when he does it. So I think it's something to add to the defamation because they reported a story that is not factual. So, I tagged them in it on X, and everybody before I came in here, while I was on JLR, it was going crazy. Everybody is sharing it and commenting and talking crap to KBOA, asking what's the deal with this. So, feel free to email them if you wish. But yeah, X is a pretty quick damn substance to get their attention. The YouTuber that is bad said he called in complaining using AI to alter his voice several times. Yeah, everybody has copies of it. They've tagged me in it. There's plenty of background stuff. You know, granted, I can get the information to these guys, but most of the time that when people are tagging me, they're tagging them also, which is good because they're the ones who need the information. But I'm seeing all that stuff. I'm seeing who's doing what. People DM me all the time and share information to me. Again, it doesn't mean I'm going to respond to it per se, but I have the information and we're just compiling it so that whenever we have to give it to their attorney for discovery and all that stuff, it goes to court. They're going to be able to have all that information. So let's see what they're talking about. JLR looks excited.
Let them freely be able to express themselves, First Amendment, or you're going to be in big trouble. We're going to sue you. You know, and they eventually left us alone and we were back out there protesting on the street. Now, this would be the same because you're out there on a public street, you know, on the side right away, using your First Amendment. You could say you're protesting out there. Why can't we protest in front of Nancy Guthrie's house on, how this case has been handled, right? We have the right to protest,
100%.
right?
100%.
You know what I mean? If they want to say, well, we're not media people, let's go protest then. We have the right to protest. There's no laws that say you can't protest in a neighborhood in Arizona. Let's go as protesters then and protest Nanos and the way this case has been handled.
Right.
We need to start arresting people too.
What's up, David? Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
We eventually got left alone. They didn't bother us ever again and let us exercise the First Amendment rights. need a lawyer, need some sort of somebody to
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
it's
go and send them a letter or notification saying don't infringe on these people's rights or else.
it's sort of hard for
When
me.
I just got a message, someone said, look up Tucson attorney Michael G. Moore in the Larson case. He won $125 million against Nano Sheriff Department for wrongful arrest and civil rights violations. So this guy already had a case. He won $125 million. I haven't verified this.
Your rights have already been infringed. Like literally, like
Oh.
all of us. Well, me, I was told, but you being the fact that you got an actual charge on this, the damage has already been done.
Oh, they published his name. They
I say, yeah, they
you
published
know,
his name and everything.
His YouTube channel. They've that's total defamation right there.
The majority of us just know him as Damien 857 Tucson.
So
Now his
JLR Army,
full name is
Tucson
out
Army,
there.
Juice Army, Alex Army, Nancy Guthrie Army out there. Let's find an attorney. If you guys can find anybody that wants to take this, you know, or any attorneys watching that just wants, you know, we would appreciate that. You know,
I think they have a strong
jump
case.
on
A lot of
board
people say they have a
you know,
strong
what we
case.
want is,
You know,
we
I'm
want
in
to be able to
Oklahoma.
exercise our First
I'm
Amendment
not out
rights
there. I can't
without being harassed or threatened or the threat of arrest on
add to
shells.
anything
I mean, we go out there
in the sense of
next
doing
thing
anything, you know,
here comes
streaming
the
wise or
deputies.
whatever.
If
So
they received a call, you know, start 50,000
that's why I sort of
questions and trying to
stayed back
use
here in the
show of
limelight.
force. I mean, 6 cars,
Just hiding,
you know, coming because
doing
some
stuff, trying to
parent
help them
says
out.
that they
So
saw someone trespassing or some weird stuff. You know, coming back. Who are you guys? What you know,
Well,
lecture us what we can do and what we can't do. We already know we're adults. We know what we can do.
Exactly.
Here's the irony, though. The police literally like 30 minutes, you know, or an hour or whatever it was, tells you you're a-okay, you're not doing anything wrong. And
I've
then
got that
the
clip
next thing
too.
you know, they're getting, you know, cited and arrested. And meanwhile, the KVOA is up the street right next, literally broadcasting the sign that says no
Preparing
parking.
the story.
And why aren't they cited and or arrested?
Well, not only that, KMP, but you get one deputy that says y'all are cool, everybody's cool. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys are all right. And then the next one, there's a problem in that deputy's eyes. So they're not all on the same page. One deputy says okay, and another one saying you're doing the exact same thing and says there's suddenly a problem. Thank you for the 20.
He didn't move 30 from where he was.
So
it's crazy.
If you go back and watch that video, Damien's full broadcast, which I clipped a lot of parts of it, the guy who pulls up and tells Damien that he's all right and he asks him for Alex's information. Let me see here, right here. Let me pause this for a second. Let me lower this down and make sure that they're still not talking and y'all hearing it. Okay, so the audio is off there. So this is when that deputy, now this vehicle right here, 241, see it right there on the side of the truck? 241 pulls up and talks to Damien, tells him he's fine, and he's asking him about if he's seen Alexander out there anywhere today. In other words, this is before they went to Alex's house and arrested him. This guy is part of trying to locate Alex. And then he's the one who, after they get Alex arrested, this guy comes back over here, and you'll notice the guy that comes and talks to Damien right here in front of our view, right where this truck is at. And then there'll be 2 other deputies off to the left in front of where that Tahoe's going. They're standing there in their vehicles. Then another vehicle pulls up, an SUV just like this one, but I can't see if it's 241, if it's this guy coming back, and he's the one who talks to the deputy who is citing 857. So, this right here, listen to what he says here.
Hey, how you been? It's a hot one today, ain't it? You know, actually, it's not. I was thinking that it's not that bad with the umbrella and the. Yeah. Yeah, 857 Tucson. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks for what you guys are doing. You know the YouTuber I mean, yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah. Seen him around here today or? Not today, no. Yeah, well, you're not doing nothing wrong. Just sit over there. I just wanted to talk with you. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you for what you're doing out there. We stand with you guys. Oh, I got water and yeah.
Let me go back and play it again.
You're not doing nothing wrong. Just sit over there. I just wanted to talk with you.
You're not doing anything wrong, and then whatever else he says after that. So, I mean, he clearly says you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, well, you're not doing nothing wrong. Just sit over there. I just wanted to talk with you.
You're just not doing anything wrong, just sitting over there something. And again, I'll have to figure out the rest of it. But that's what this deputy, and that's 241. So then, after this starts going down, let's see, I'll skip down this part. So this is, and this is what Damien's asking this guy: are you able to call the sheriffs that were out here? He's talking about the guy that just told him he couldn't, that he was fine. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to show here, Truth Warrior. So, see, whenever this deputy's right here, he goes down the road and he talks to that SUV right there. I have a feeling that's the same guy who just came up there and told Damien 2 hours ago. We don't know. The problem is timestamp wise and all that stuff. It doesn't show what time that was in Damien. I'd have to go back and see when he ended his stream, time wise, and all that stuff. Convert it to Oklahoma. You know what I mean? I would have to convert it to figure out exactly what time that was whenever he actually started it and stuff. So, but I don't think this guy ever drives up the road. I may be wrong, but I don't know if he drives up here on video while they're doing this arrest. Cause see how he's changed the phone now.
The only supervisor that I'm able to speak to. Yes, right now, yeah.
Let's look and see. See if this guy drives by.
Behind that.
For tuning in, we are.
But I talked about this on my stream last night. Whenever this guy is talking to Damien right here, he clearly is telling him that he can't talk to him right now because he has a body-worn camera on and Damien is live and he's not able to freely talk to him. And so it was evident to me that that's what he was trying to tell him was don't say anything that I would have to answer because they can hear everything I'm saying through my body-worn camera type deal. When they go download it, they'll be able to go back and to avoid him getting disciplinary action against him for doing something, you know, that's just the way I personally feel, which I haven't got a chance to talk to Damien about all this stuff, you know.
I would ask you if you have any questions. I'm sure you have way more than I can answer.
I mean, it's, yeah.
Because, yeah. So,
Are you? No, I don't want to ask Dylan.
thank you.
See,
I don't want to shake your.
see, the way he's saying it, are you, and then he was talking about that, and you can almost hear a pause there for a second, and I think they're both, Damien's pointing to his camera, and the guy's pointing to his body-worn camera, and they cut the discussion there.
Your hand, or if you can, but Pounder.
Yeah.
Thank you for
like.
See, right here's where he's telling him.
Yeah. Like.
See how he, and you can hear what he's saying right here. You and I cannot communicate freely, but I think he was telling him that right then because he comes back with a statement of, yeah, he was answering a question, but let me back it up just a touch here. Let's play that and I'll be quiet and y'all listen.
Yeah. Like, obviously, you and I cannot communicate freely, and this is what it is. So.
they're doing this to you.
Behind that, like over by my car, is your ride.
Okay. Was he able to pull up?
So, I mean, that's just what my personal take is. Again, this is the Juice's arrest part, so I've got that part saved too. All this video part when they come up and all that stuff. So that's what that is. See what they're saying over here.
That's awful. It's terrible. And I told you before when I talked to you a few days ago
I don't know
about
who's
the
talking.
internal affairs thing. So I looked up some rules on the internal affairs. I called the sheriff's office and got the contact for the internal affairs. I looked up some rules on the internal affairs. If you call internal affairs and you make a report against a deputy and how they handle a case, guess who investigates it?
Who?
Nanos.
Mm-hmm.
Nanos is the one that investigates all the internal affairs complaints on his
Exactly. No,
That was-
it's a
that occurred
connected
after-
system. Anything that happens,
That Rico
Yep.
stuff
Internal
happened.
Affairs covers it up. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why I mean, the
And-
FBI, just remember, Cash Patel was out here, and it wasn't for the Nancy Guthrie case. So why else would Cash Patel, if you remember JLR, when he came out, it was a big deal. And then we found out, well, yeah, the Nancy Guthrie case was going on, but he actually had this plan months ahead of time to come to Tucson that day. So why was he out here? And Nanos is the one guy out here who has issues with the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Well-
say shout out to Brown Eyes. Brown Eyes, very grateful each and every day for Brown Eyes. Brown Eyes sleuthing around for picks and sends me a lot of picks on key figures in this case. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that, Brown Eyes, and each and every day.
Thank you, Brown
totally
Eyes.
Grateful. 20 new members, and then
Thank you-
Kelly.
thank
I
you
had
very
her
much.
comment up earlier. Another regular in the chat, Kelly Burkhead. Appreciate that.
Um,
We have your back.
David says, shouldn't a sign be posted on the street that designates what the current rule and law is that's being enforced? You would think if it was good enough to put up whenever they did, if it's still in place, then it should still be in place, right? When it's down and it's no longer a closed one-way street and all that stuff, the signs are down, all that stuff's gone. You know, is those signs still up? Wasn't Monica, the reporter, wasn't she standing in front of a sign? I don't remember what that sign was. But you would think, I mean, they put them up for a reason to keep people out of there, and they took them down. Therefore, it's back to being a normal city, county road, you know. Then that's what you would think anyway.
I think it was the second or third day after she was missing. So law enforcement definitely still there. So it has. If you see something, probably I would think that it's law enforcement.
There's reflections.
Resource. Nice to see you. Entrapment.
You should pull up
People?
that video from the airport if you can find it.
Oh
The
yeah.
airport video.
That's a good one.
Free source as entrapment.
Have y'all seen this
Yep,
video
I'll be right back.
of
I
Sheriff
agree.
Nanos?
I
Called
agree.
the
Back from
UCLA,
2024.
I think they were saying
Total
ACLU.
entrapment.
Total. It was
Call
total
me.
entrapment. They told
When he
857,
says he forgot he
"You're
had a
good,
gun in
you're
his bag."
fine, stay where you're at. And they said that because they wanted him to stay. Because they're going to pull up again.
Dawson says, contact Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
Shirley's a social media personality that goes in there and
Yes,
some people
the
like
signs
him,
are
some
not
people
legal. They do
don't.
not
Goes
reflect.
in
It
there
says temporary.
Not a
Spike.
bad idea. He's
corrupt. Nick Shirley in there. Get Nick Shirley in there. Dom C, always great to hear from you and see you, Dom C. As
I want to
always, hopefully
say-
well tonight. Thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. The Army keeps growing stronger.
I won't
and
go as far as
stronger
saying that
each and
they're
every day.
illegal.
And you know, we're
Unfortunately,
Nancy's
I think
Army
there's-
for sure.
And you know, another thing?
There is sometimes information put out that is false that
Last
everybody
night,
wants people
A
to.
lady by the name of Margaret called in, and
People
she did
want
some of
people
the
to believe.
signs that
I'm
were
not
in
saying that
front
they're
there. And
not
she
correct,
called- she said she
but
called the sheriff's
counties can
department
do all
and
that
she
stuff. That they
said
have the legal
that
right to
Memorial was
restrict
taken
roads
down,
and stuff like that
and I
whenever
want
they
my
need to.
sign back, and I want to know where I can get my sign. And that
So,
she said that the
I mean,
sheriff's
those things
department,
do happen.
however, The family requested that memorial to be.
I'm gonna
taken
turn this
down,
up a little
and
bit.
they
I'm gonna go
have
grab
it
some more
on
tea. So
audio.
Be
That it
right
was
back.
requested by the family. I don't know if that's true or not. She also said that she called the county about the vandalism on the easement and such. And they acted all surprised and they said, oh my gosh, we'll get somebody right out to clean it up. The reason why they didn't clean it up is because it want to force people out onto the street to give the juice that citation.
Yep.
I guarantee you, it's so much corruption. It's terrible. It's
Inner
awful.
strength.
And I don't agree with some things that you guys are saying. I don't feel
Valid
bad
point
for these
there.
deputies. Yes, I do feel that they felt they were in a bind. They didn't want to give 857 the citation. They didn't want to do arrests. They didn't see a reason for it. But you know what? Just like
She
we,
makes a valid
you
point there.
guys, all of us are standing up for our rights, even if we have to pay some consequences, those deputies should be standing up for what's right and what's wrong too.
Yeah.
Where
Again,
I
I
work,
don't know how
they have
Tucson.
such a thing as
I don't know how
not being
Pima County is.
strong-armed into something that's not ethical or correct according to the law. And those deputies, they need to grow some. They need to grow some. You know, they would be stood behind by
No,
the
they have
council or
they have a very strong backing within the sheriff's department. But I will tell you, I know Heather Lappin, and you know the candidate that ran against him, and she was put on, an investigation, was locked in her own home from 8 to 5. She couldn't campaign for the last 4 or 5 weeks of the election, and that was all due to nanos. And so he can make your life as an officer hell.
That's correct.
And
That's right.
she literally, after she lost the election, she had to leave Pima County Sheriff's and go, and
Dry
she's now
roasted,
working
David.
up in
Dry roasted.
Maricopa, because she was afraid she was going to lose her pension, and she's been with the sheriff's department for 25, 30 years.
And she's awesome. I've met her, and she's amazing. I mean, she's an amazing person too, as far as lots of support. I mean, she only lost by 480 votes. So, there's a lot of people, and the only reason that Nanos got elected because he cheated, and now she's got a very large lawsuit against him and the Pima County Sheriff for violating her rights.
Yeah, I've known Heather for almost 25 years, and she's just one of the most steadfast people that should be her position.
I understand that, but these deputies also can't go out there just because Nanos tells them to and enforce and take somebody's constitutional rights away when they know that they're not allowed to do that. If they have to be a whistleblower themselves.
It happens like that. I
but
promise you. I've seen it myself.
I'm a veteran. I was in the Air Force, and living under that environment, it's those guys, they
there's a fine line you have to walk.
Work the chain of command into them, and they don't want to disrupt it, because they'll get sent home without pay, and they those guys, they're living paycheck to paycheck, probably like everyone else in this world, and they don't want to lose the money.
I'm telling
So
you,
do you
I've been
think
there.
They probably got all these mortgages and bills and everything like that. And they're like, whoa, if I disobey King Nanos, I'm out. And I got a mortgage. I got my kids in school.
Yeah.
I got bills to pay. Where am I going to work if I don't bow to the king?
So it's going to be
that right there.
Be that,
it's
and
exactly
it's
why.
Something else another time, and something.
I told y'all last night on my stream.
See that? So
that's why I finally walked away.
The sacrificial lamb, so they don't lose a week.
Right here in Oklahoma.
Do you think?
I don't agree that it's right, but that I understand their position if they're not a senior in rank.
Yeah.
Well, if they get disciplined now because they gave names of who's forcing them to give the citation whenever they don't want to, if they get disciplined now, then maybe it'll come into light.
Well, and they did drop a couple names, as they were listed there. So,
well, I mean,
those names are known now. So,
I want to read this comment here by Inner Strength. Not sure you read my last. So trying again, have time. I have time to volunteer my time. Also have a great civil criminal attorney. I really want to help.
Ooh.
So inner strength. I had your comment up for a while. Send me an email, tips.jlrinvestigates@gmail.com. Send me your phone number and we'll text offline and see what you got going on. I
That's
appreciate
great.
that. Yeah.
JLR, I watched what was going on in the streets in Texas. Did you see everything that was going on in the streets in Texas? If that's not allowed, I mean, if that's allowed, why isn't 2 streamers on the easement not allowed?
Well,
Texas,
different
different
states,
laws.
different rules, right?
It's
Pima
still
County,
Yeah.
constitutional
here.
right to be out there.
Yeah,
Exactly, Scary Carrie.
A court is not going to back Nanos on this ridiculousness. I just don't see it. I just don't see it unless Nanos has a
Again,
judge
I
in his
mean,
pocket or something like that.
That's
And it's just, I don't think a district attorney takes this, but he does have the power to make arrests.
that's what finally broke the straw that broke the camel's back with me. I was in a bad position, working in a federally funded position for a housing authority in Oklahoma City. There's only one, so you just narrowed it down. And I was forced to take the COVID vaccine or lose my job. I took the first one. Now, granted, I will say, my partner, a good friend of mine, he died of COVID. And he was my partner, and he had just made sergeant. And I was already a sergeant. He was on my shift. And whenever I got moved from my sergeant's position into a new sergeant's position, my position on the street was available. And he, when I talked to my chief and all the supervisors selected him to be the next sergeant, within a week he had passed away from COVID. So it influenced my desire to look into it, but when it came down to it, I said, no, I do not want the COVID vaccine because of medical conditions and stuff like that. And I was told, you either take the COVID vaccine or you'll lose your job. And I wish that I was in a better situation back then for me to be able to say no. And eventually it got to the point where they told me, you know, we had to take boosters and all that stuff. And I said, no, I'm done. And I walked away. So, but it was because of my chain of command above me that told me I either did this or I'd lose my job. Luckily, I had enough in my savings and my 401k and all that stuff that it allowed me to live for 3 years on that alone without other than my VA type thing. So just a little personal story of mine there. But yeah, it's chain of command that can force things upon you that you do not want to do, and you have to make a decision. How do I provide for my family whenever you have a mortgage, car payments, insurance, all these different things that requires you to have the money from your job, you know? And so it makes people do things that, I mean, some of those guys maybe, we don't know, they could be 2 weeks away from retirement. And they hold that over their head. You got 2 weeks, do what I say, or you'll lose that retirement. They could be 2 months, it could be a year, they could be 5 years from retirement. 5 years is still not a long time whenever you've already spent 20 to 25 and you're almost there and you're told go out and arrest those YouTubers. What do? Just like this guy, I mean, that clearly says stuff on there. You're getting this citation because my sergeant told me and his lieutenant told him to go do this to you guys. And so it puts that guy in a bad position, but at the same time, anything he says on that camera, as soon as it gets downloaded and they listen to it for whatever reason, because you know they're going to listen to it, because this is a situation that's it's already gaining national attention from everybody on X and all that stuff, you know. So I guarantee they've listened to the videos and they've got them saved if they haven't already deleted them. But we have them because luckily Damien has them on his live and all that stuff. So just saying. Those are just my thoughts on that kind of stuff.
I've known him for a lot of years too, so
Well,
I'll get back.
We can't
I'm
call
friends with
Caleb
Dan too.
because they
Yeah,
hang
he's a
up
good
on
guy.
us.
Oh, they hang
KLD
up.
outright
can't
hung
believe
up
that.
on me, and I called back and left a message and said I didn't think it was professional or considerate to hang up on me when I was trying to voice to
I remember
them
this lady the
and
other night.
ask them if there was some kind of report or interview that they could do about how these streamers are being handled outside of the Nancy Guthrie case. And click, he hung up.
Yeah, Dan will respond to me. He's not gonna.
Well,
So
it's going to take somebody with higher clout than we.
DJ Root says, I'm right here beside you. Just name what I can do. Juice has Nanos by the balls. The Juice. He just needs to get rid of his gentle, kind soul for a bit and get a good civil lawyer. Tucson and Alex, stay strong and kick some butt.
No,
Coming
Juice
from
needs to
DJ.
keep that kind, gentle soul and get a civil lawyer.
That's right.
Shane Wayne says Leo Terrell is a civil rights attorney for the DOJ. One call from him to the AG of Arizona, and Nanos is toast.
I agree.
There's a suggestion there.
You know, he's
I
so
agree.
stupid. All these things that he's pulled in the past and all along the way, and the lawsuits against him and the lawsuits against the county. He's so stupid he doesn't even realize that it just puts him in the spotlight more.
mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are they so desperate?
Here's my opinion on everything that's going on, that has went on, and what could go on. Every one of those guys, for their own cases, should be on their best damn behavior. Yes sir, no sir to everything. Let people get it on video of them being the best person that they could ever be. And granted, there's videos of them saying, doing, not all of them, some of them doing stuff that people would say is inappropriate, whatever. But from the time they got arrested till now, just like in this situation right now, people were saying about Juice, doing whatever. Juice needs to be on his best damn behavior, which he's a very respectful man. I've never heard him, get sideways with people or anything like that. Alex, be on your best behavior. Do the best you can to prove them wrong, type thing. If they say not to be in a location, don't be in a location. I'm just saying, don't add fuel to the fire in the sense of, right now, you have the upper hand in the fact that everything that they did against you is wrong. If you go back out there to prove them wrong, you're just going to prove the point to them that this is the rules, and you went back out there and broke them. And now the rest of his case is thrown out. I mean, it's destroyed because you're wanting to prove a damn point. Take the high road here and do what has been told of you, not to go back out there and stream and all that stuff. I understand you have rights, blah, blah, blah. But right now, take it to court and let the court decide that, yes, you have the right to be out there. Let the court tell them you have the right to be out there. And here, based on what you did to him already, we're going to hand this down that you're going to end up paying him a lot of damn money. The Juice, Damien, and Alex. So don't add fuel to the fire is my perspective on it. Some people may not agree. Some people have a different theory on how life is supposed to be ran. You choose how you decide you run your life. Don't get me wrong. I choose to do it the right way. So I'm just saying. That's my take on it. Somebody wants to clip it and share it to them guys, so be it. Again, I don't think adding fuel to fires, things that were said against people, things everybody's seeing on X, because somebody was reading a statement and called somebody a certain name, I don't agree with that. And if it came down to it, I would tell that person, I don't agree with what you said, but you're the man who said it, and you're the one that's got to answer for it. I don't have to answer for it. And just because I associate with you or talk to you, that doesn't mean that I was the one who said it, and I don't necessarily agree with what you said. It's not right. No different than all the stuff we seen going on in Texas yesterday. you let something not go people's way, and you see the true colors of people come out.
But, you know,
That's what I'm saying.
look at the
You know, it's just the way it is.
at the hand at
So,
the Pima County deputies.
Angel,
why is that? Cass, have you not listened to me? Smartest thing you ever heard me say? I say a lot of good, smart things. Some are fun, some are just based on reaction. But I don't ever get sideways crazy with people, right? But no, I mean, that's just the way it's been since I made that decision back whenever I took a little break off X and stuff and said, you know what, I'm not feeding into the bull crap no more. So, again, I made the comment earlier. I'm not posting, reposting. You notice I haven't reposted any of that stuff I just talked about. There's no use in keeping it going. Drop it, be done with it. So, this coverage and investigation is obnoxious. Which part? CMP. Mine? I'm not a reporter. I'm just a dude on YouTube that is talking about stuff. You talking about their stuff? And that's the thing, you know, people get crazy whenever these guys on their own YouTube channels don't talk about what that person wants to talk about. There's nothing stopping you from starting your own YouTube channel and you talk about what you want to, just like me. Mine's not all about true crime. I never said it was. You know, I do airbrushing, I do other stuff, 3D printing and all that stuff, and I talk to everybody who wants to talk to me. That's what I do on my YouTube channel. You know, I was on JLR's YouTube channel earlier. I shared the information I had to share. As soon as I hung up and got done on theirs, I come over here and started my stream. Because this is my stream. And while I'm listening to what they have to say type thing, sort of, I'm hanging out with everybody over here and answering people's calls and messages, comments, and stuff like that. Enough of this Nancy nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I'm reading your comment down there. It says, no, the lack of new facts. Trust me, we all wish we had the facts. We've all brought out our theories on how we feel, what we think, what our speculation is in this whole thing. Everybody's discussed it. And unfortunately, a lot of folks have changed the Nancy Guthrie story. Not to the fact of the streamers causing it, not to the fact that the sheriff's department causing it, in the sense that other actions have caused actions that have caused actions to occur, and so therefore, I mean, do I think it's right that people went down? People have rights to go down and put rocks up on their property. No different than the rocks that's already lined down through there, which we'd have to go back and look on video. I don't remember seeing all those rocks lined up down the road that I've seen in some photos. I'm just wondering if somebody like went and lined the whole damn street. But I've made it pretty clear that I think it'd be interesting to have a picture of exactly where the juice was sitting that night and look down the street and see how much stuff actually blocks and obstructs the street other than his feet. Whether it be rocks or limbs or trees growing out across the street or cacti leaning out across the street. And then he's got a clear-cut case of, I mean, nothing compared to this stuff down the street here. So,
I guess that explains why.
Yeah.
Texted me back.
Well, this is not an airbrush video, I guess. You can see it all right there behind me. I did all that last night. We did like a 3 or 4 hour stream last night, and I went over a bunch of stuff with everybody. Just saying. So, you know, I'm not a reporter. I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm just a
I don't know. I haven't seen him in weeks.
First Amendment, tell you how I feel type person.
No
And I vape on my channel. Just saying, if you got it, vape it. So, yeah, I've got that clip too, where Sue Ellen.
She admitted to a crime on someone's
Alex's
live,
stream.
right? She
That
admitted
was
to it.
Alex.
Alex's, she came out and she
Yeah.
told him, we put it there to keep you guys off of the easement.
Yeah, I clipped it.
Who bashes
I tagged
stink
him in it.
pickles and rocks and cactus on an easement to keep a lowly
She said
little
stink pickles, y'all.
streamer?
I thought I was
off
the only person that said that.
Force them onto the street and then report them for being on the street. They're toes.
You hate art, but you like airbrushing.
Who files that
hang around
complaint?
sometime and you
What's
can,
the sheriffs do about
I'll
that?
show you some airbrushing stuff. I was going to today, but I just didn't get around to it.
And you know they know.
I've got a.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that Tesla guy has
that-
it all on video. If they're not behind it, they know who did it.
For those
I appreciate you stopping in, Lou. We got some other people in the pipeline that have been waiting a while.
for those that were
All right,
here
you guys
last
take-
night,
We can do.
remember I printed out the big
Thank you. She's a local, folks.
Marine Corps thing. I printed this one out
We
today
got Junior, 81 investigators.
for Sequoia.
Oh, we got Lauren. Sorry, Lauren. I gotta
So-
get Lauren up here.
Oh, here's Lauren. Let's listen to what Lauren has to say, y'all.
I'll get with you in a second. Junior, 81 investigates, and I love to cruise is back too.
But
Hi, Lauren.
that's a new
Hi,
size,
how are
new
you?
version.
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming on here for the very first time. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it did. I've never done it this way before. I've always been called.
Awesome. Good to see you. What is going on in your mind? What do you think?
Oh, today's been kind of crazy. I went up to Sue Ellen's yesterday, just to talk to her in case she's the one who dismantled the memorial. And I pulled into her driveway. I didn't realize that her front door is inside her courtyard, and I didn't want to just walk in there and knock on her door. So I left her a letter
That's the one I
taped to
did,
her
CMP.
mailbox, which she did receive, but she never did call me about it. At that time, the second memorial was still there. And we've always gotten along. And Jacob was up there today as well, and the Tesla was back. And then Sue Ellen passed him. So he turned around, he went back, but she parked in her garage quick and then shut it by the time he got up there. So
Was it good to talk to her?
it's just been crazy. I got a letter back from the HOA, the president, and they said they have nothing to do with the removal of the either one of the memorials. And the same, I talked to Harry Goss, who everybody thought was the PI. He is not working on the Guthrie case, but he knew the family representative. So he called him for me, and they said the Guthries are not the ones who took down the memorial. So it's got to be the neighbors.
Or some,
it has
maybe
to
some
be.
trolls or outsiders maybe coming around there, creeping
Well,
around
you
there.
know,
Oh,
I
let me
think it's
let me
somebody who
message
lives there.
Damien over here.
I truly do. And you know, I
I
have
got an
to
idea.
stick up for them in a way because they put up with a lot the past 4 months. It's been real hard on them. I think they're going about it the wrong way. I've offered, I can't tell you how many times, let me know when you want it to come down. I will come get it. That way I can make sure that people get back the things that they put down that meant a lot to them. Or I could move it over to the rock garden, Nancy's rock garden at KVOA. So at least people could
Now,
still
is that
visit it.
up? Somebody kept saying today that they might have taken the banner down, but
I
I was
got-
No,
there,
he's not.
like,
He's
I
not in
got a bunch
chat.
of texts saying they took it down too, but I got a letter from the director of Channel 4 News because I told her I was going to come out there today because I've got 10 more rocks from all over the country I got in the mail that I need to install.
Those are beautiful.
And she never mentioned anything to me about the banner going down. Later on tonight, I'm going to drive over there and see. I hope it didn't go down, but
I
you
was
know,
just
we'll
there
have to
because
wait.
people wanted me to check. I think it was like Thursday or Friday of last week, and
Yeah.
I went there. Everything.
Sorry,
and the
I guess I
flowers
rolled
look-
it down.
I mean, the rocks look beautiful. How they're. I mean, if they take that down, we'll be protesting, I think.
Well,
for
that
the
that
VOA.
won't come down. That won't come down. That's temporary there. I'm gonna fill out an application to get a place over at the Brandy Fenton Park. Because that is a memorial park, basically. It's a great
Yeah,
park.
That's
It's
a
expensive
good
though.
idea.
It's, you know, in order to get a bench and everything else, it's gonna cost upwards of $75,000 to
A
get a spot
bench?
for Nancy.
What the bench?
It's expensive, and they make you go through
I guess
their
in Memorial
vendors
Garden.
too. You
Yeah.
can't just go have a cement bench because it has to be, you know, it has to be code. It has to be all
Oh,
these
okay.
things, and so
Still
I'll have to do a
$75,000. I
fundraiser
mean,
in
it
order
is
to be able to do that. But definitely
expensive,
find
so.
somewhere for the, you know, the rocks and everything to go permanently. So because I certainly don't want to keep moving them, that's for sure, because they weigh. But I just was going to say something too, while I've been listening, talking about the night that when you guys got arrested, or Troy did. I talked to him today too. He's got court on the 17th.
Does he have a lawyer right now?
He does have a lawyer. I don't know how good this attorney is, but he's got one that's going to take the case.
Is it the one that Jim and Dad's Gone Live got him with the pro bono mic?
I have no idea. We didn't. They were driving down the street at the time he was going home from work, so I'm not really sure if it's the same guy or not.
This is the information that don't need to be shared on stream.
Right
I'm just saying.
before they showed up, with already knowing what they were going to do, you know, because they had been ordered to do it by I don't remember the name of the officer that talked to you. But he said he had been ordered by Sergeant Morales, who had been ordered by Lieutenant Gilbert Hernandez. So it definitely came down the ranks. But the thing is, it was 5 minutes after the broadcast of Nanos. Literally 5 minutes after the broadcast.
No, it was
dun. What's that?
Because I was on my phone and I looked down and they're getting, and Troy's still getting arrested, and I looked down, it's already posted on Facebook, the story. Three men, it said things were going on, so that's how quick they posted the story after it happened.
Oh
Because
yeah, it was so staged. It's ridiculous.
I had Channel 4 on my, well, you guys know my TV is always on in my room. And I was watching Nanos. And right when he got done, literally my phone blew up with everybody getting a hold of me saying, you know, they're out there and stuff. And that's when I went to the live feed real quick to find out what was going on. Because the night before that, I was out there with Juice and moving the rocks and the poop and the stuff so that he could push his chair back far enough to keep his feet off of the on the easement and not on the asphalt. So because his tripod was still just slightly on the asphalt, just like when he got the citation, all he had was his toes on the asphalt, but that was enough to get him a citation, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, this whole thing, they're putting pressure. Well, they're just putting pressure because they want everybody out of that neighborhood, which I totally understand.
Crazy stuff, right?
But they're going about it the wrong way. So I just,
well, what do you think
really
the solution here is? What do you think? Like you're saying, they're doing it the wrong way. What do you think is a more of appropriate measure, or where it's a compromise here in your mind?
When I talked to Will Hughes, since he keeps saying, you know, we're not involved in any of it, except that why is it that I'm always contacting him? And I told him, I said, you know, I hadn't been able to text Annie in a while. She hasn't texted me back because it was getting close to the time where I thought it should come down. Just because, you know, I do feel for the neighbors. I really do. But I'm kind of stuck in the middle between the two. But I think it would have been much more appropriate had they have gotten a hold of the media and said the memorial is coming down on Friday, if it's like Monday, which gives people enough time to adjust to the idea that it's going to be gone. you know, whether it be the YouTubers or the people who live in Arizona or anybody, you know, who watches the live feeds and is emotionally invested in this case and has been since day one. It would give them time to readjust. You know what I mean? And then I would have taken it down and I would have moved it somewhere where people could still visit it. It just would no longer be in front of Nancy's house. So, you know, there's a lot of ways that they could have done it, because what they're doing right now is, first of all, as far as I'm concerned, is I wish I had taken my bar exam, because I would love to have this case right now. I mean, it's not going to, they had on the news tonight.
All right.
The head of the DA, they're going to review the case to make sure for constitutionality. And I can't see, if they review the video from both of you guys, there's no way this is going to stand up in court. They won't win it. There's no way, because you guys were doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Well, and the selective edit of the other video too, right? So
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Well, I'm reading right now a report that came out on Cold, and they're saying in reference to the juice. They're saying, according to Bradshaw's ticket juice, he was live streaming on the side of the road, causing a nuisance to others who reside in the neighborhood.
Well, obviously they have not seen Juice's video then, because that's the one.
Someone
the quietest one.
Their perspective, in their opinion.
Oh, he is the most quiet. Juice is so well mannered. He's so well mannered, and he's so kicked back, and he doesn't cause problems for anybody ever. You know, and the fact that they're saying you're obstructing traffic, are you kidding me? There's one car every 20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
If that. That's
it's
not
not the interstate. That's for sure.
Here's the thing with the juice, right? In order to arrest, that means that person that made the complaint is going to have to testify.
That's right.
Against him.
That's what I'm saying.
Person. So we'll find out who this person is that says that they saw the juice causing
obstructing the roadway or causing
I think a lot of that
a nuisance.
So, well, then somebody was rehearsing them to say that. Is my thing, because if you look up the actual law, they do say it's like public nuisance, but it's also tied to like the road in some aspect. I don't have it right now. I can pull it up on my other phone. Public nuisance is like obstructing traffic and so forth. But standing in the middle of a road.
I'm the only person that has one phone. I have one phone, y'all. Why does everybody else have 12?
And they weren't standing in the middle. They may cross over if a flower falls down, or to put flowers or whatever. That one night, Juice and I walked across the road a couple of times, because we had while we were there were two deliveries from people after the first one had been taken. We almost filled that thing up that night, just in a matter of a couple of hours. And whoever it is that keeps taking it down, I don't know. I'll find out who it is one way or another. Tonight might be a good night, because tonight's trash night. So I was looking at Jacob's feed trying to get his attention, and I went, "Is that a trash can?" I'm like, "Yes," because once they're on the road, you can touch them. I just wouldn't mind going down her street and peeking in to see if I see any yellow.
Sue has all the flowers.
Here's the thing, though. It's going to go into the prosecutor's hands. It goes in the prosecutor's hands. If the prosecutor decides to proceed, then discovery. Then all of you have the right to see your discovery and see the names that are making the complaint. So will they go that far? Because if the prosecutor kicks it out, I don't think you guys will ever really know who the complaintee is.
I told Juice today, I said, go through your videos for from the day you were arrested, and go back about 3 days, like even when he was cited.
Check the comments.
Start that
Check
day,
X, because I've seen it on X.
There's only 3 days there, and of course it's editing, but send a copy to. Have your attorney send a copy to the prosecutor's office so that they can see, what's going on. And then Damien, the guy, the officer that cited you, if you remember correctly, he says, well, I don't think you did anything wrong. That was the first thing came out of his mouth. And you said,
Right.
well, are you doing this? And he said, well, we've been ordered to. That's exactly what he said.
And then I got
What do you mean?
the supervisors' names, and then the Pima County Association that handles for the deputies, they retweeted something or posted something. I don't know, I can't exactly remember what it said, but it was something about that whoever said that on the film, like I'm being made to do this, he's gonna get demoted.
That's what I was telling y'all.
I
Most
was
likely.
really,
Y'all hear that?
you know, I don't think those guys
'Cause
think
he's a
about
sergeant.
the fact you're on live right now when you're saying that. You know what I mean? I don't think they
Right.
register that in their head at all.
Yeah,
And
a lot of them
and I
think
hope
that you're
guy
just
doesn't
recording a
get,
video.
no,
reprimanded for it.
he shouldn't.
He
And
should
I'm
not.
glad,
It's-
and I'm glad he said that. And then
Yeah,
not only
totally.
say that, but he also said it had been passed down from two people above him, the lieutenant and the sergeant. So you know, from the lieutenant, who's above him? Nanos.
Yep.
So
It's
you
Yeah.
know
where
it
it
came
came from.
straight
Patrol
down
captain.
immediately. And Nanos waited until he was done with his little TV thing. I mean, he wasn't doing it live, but he was probably watching himself. You know what I
It
mean?
wasn't far
He
off from
wanted
live.
everything to go in the right order. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you listen to his interview, it doesn't make any sense. First of all, I don't think they bothered to check any of those 911 calls because a lot of them came from Nerdy Addict. He wrote
Mhm.
a huge article on me last night, which he's actually a pretty good writer. It's too bad he uses it to hurt people, but he really is
Yeah.
a good writer.
Yeah.
I just wish he had said what he said. But anyway, and there's a group of them. There's like 4 of them, and they've all been making calls, and they've been doing it in barrages, just tons of them. And he says, well, we've been getting 1 million calls, about all this, stuff that's going on out there when there actually is nothing going on. I think the only rowdy night really was the night when all of you guys got together. And they've been blowing that up and showing that video, of course, with Ted jumping over the cones and the whole 9 yards, making it look like that's the way it was every night. You know what I mean? And plus, I think, didn't they have a party up the hill that night that was way louder than you guys were by far
Yeah.
that same
I
night?
wasn't
So,
Damien wasn't there. He
Yeah,
hasn't been there for 2
they
months.
They were parked in the streets from what I was
Oh,
watching,
yeah.
and nothing
The
was
whole
Yeah,
thing-
done.
that's when Juanita got her ticket, I think.
That is. That's
It
a good
was.
night.
it was. And then she
Selective
even told them,
enforcement.
she said, I'm disabled. I can't walk from, a designated spot all the way in here and stuff. And I
Yep.
believe she said, I was just here to pick up Alex or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't see, I really, truly do not believe this is going to make it to court. I don't, because I think they're going to, the prosecutors are going to review video and they're going to see
She got a Weimaraner.
nothing's going on. These guys are sitting there talking to their followers with the cameras focused on the memorial. They're not being loud. They're not being obnoxious. Well, as long as you're not the one sitting on the hill. But they're not, I don't know what's
She's
going
talking
on with Alex. He's just, I love Alex, but he really likes to push buttons.
Yes, he
And
does.
and I think that may have been part of the reason that they even started really pounding on this is because of, especially after when that guy was walking with his daughter. That was uncalled for. And I called him immediately after I saw that. And I said, you don't do that to people. This is their neighborhood. Because that was
Exactly.
terrible.
I mean,
That-
hey,
that-
that's exactly what I was saying earlier,
embarrassed
y'all.
For him.
Well,
I
but
really was.
just to defend him, right? Like I've been attacked out there since me and JLR. People
Mm-hmm.
flicking me off, and obviously, everybody handles it, but they're coming at us first. A lot of times we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
doing anything, and they're literally instigating with
Agreed.
This. And
I do agree with
sometimes
that.
They'll even say,
Oh, absolutely.
hello, have a good day, and
just like
they'll,
him,
F you, this kind of thing.
He got a
And
ticket
it's
because
like,
he was a streamer with the
I
streamers.
get there, like you're saying, we all get their frustration, and
Yep.
and what happened is they got the ordinance passed, and now there's nobody in the neighborhood. And so when we're there, there's 24 hours in a day. We as Americans should be able to go on the street and maybe they just put, hey, we're going to do it from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. now.
But you
can
guys
come
aren't
out
even
here.
out there that long.
That's the
No.
point.
I mean,
is
you're out
it
there
should be
for
taken
3
down.
hours, maybe. Huh?
I think it should be taken down. The parking ordinance should
Mhm.
be taken down. And,
So it's still
and
up.
just,
It will be.
we're not
I bet you
gonna,
it will
you
be
know.
before the end of the week. Probably, because I mean, it not only affected you guys, it affects the neighbors. They had to go to any parties and tell people to move their cars, and you know, I'm sure that was frustrating for them as well. Because they couldn't make it good for one and not for the other, even though they were kind of leaning that way anyway. But as
'Cause
far
if
as you were
it-
talking, you're right though. I mean, I have watched them come at you guys.
And
Jack,
that's the thing is
what?
it gets old, and that's one reason why like I've experienced anxiety because I was there for so long, and now, you know, they put it up, and
She's
so
got
I
multiple
said,
wine
well, you know,
runners.
I'm not going to go there, but you know, I still wanted to go report there, but I was like scared of are they going to arrest me? And so what happened is I went there the one day, and just like I'm allowed to, and so to me. Like everyone's saying, this was a planned operation. It was
Oh, it was so planned.
you know,
It
abuse
was
of
so
power,
planned.
Yeah.
flicking or
Well, you
flicking.
know,
Yeah.
and you know what else kind of bothered me too? In Nanos' interview, he said, you know, well, we're going to cite them, and if they go back out there again, we're going to arrest them. But you know, we let them know not to come out here again. I'm sorry, that's not the truth, because he told
It's fact.
after they decided Juice, the guy told him how to stay in compliance and say, well, then you're all good.
Yeah, exactly. He
There
didn't
was
tell him.
nothing
He didn't
about
give
not
him a
coming back.
trespass. He did not. There was no trespass there. He was. Here's how to stay. Here's where you need to stay. Here. Print it out. Boom, 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 and
Right.
then
There was
they
nothing
arrest
about
him.
not coming back. So
Yeah.
Nanos lied. He lied. They weren't warning anybody. You know,
Nope.
they don't say if you do it again, we're going to take you in. They don't say that. They just say, here's
No.
how to stay in compliance.
Here's how to be compliant. Or you're not
Exactly.
doing anything wrong. 857. Love your channel. You know.
Right. Oh, and Damien, there was somebody behind you. I
Yeah.
think
That was the
rolled it back, and
juice.
there's a guy walking behind you. I don't think it's Juice.
Turns
didn't
out it
go up
was
there.
it's juice.
Just to clear that up, because when you're on the phone, you guys are seeing a reverse image.
Yeah, a mirror
Okay,
image.
so what you're seeing is actually the road up to like where
Oh, I
Suella
understand.
goes.
Okay, was that Juice back
And
there?
and that was Juice. He was going to look
Oh,
on the
okay,
roof
gotcha.
because that's when
Okay.
the guy was on the roof, and I said, hey, or he just left, and I said, hey, go see if you can see what's on the roof,
Okay.
because it was like
All
some
right.
sort of new
I posted that on
device
X
that's been
too.
put in. But yeah, so
Yeah,
that
because
was
I remember-
I know people were thinking.
Hey,
And what
I
I
was
thought-
one of them.
And what I thought was interesting is right before they showed up there, I mean, you had talked to him an hour previously and everything was cool, right? And then they went up the neighbor's driveway, right? Just down a ways. Do you remember was it two? Yeah, it was two sheriff's trucks.
Say
You
that
even
again.
mentioned
It cut out a little bit.
Did right before it happened, about 15 minutes before you turned the camera, because the police were, or the sheriffs were there at the neighbor's driveway. So what I was thinking is maybe they were setting up and just waiting for the call then.
So here's what I thought is basically whatever they were waiting for that county attorney to sign off on something
Mhm.
at like 4:30. They were like, okay, we got it. Let's go in. It's kind of like a judge.
They were looking
signing
for
off on
Alex.
something. 'Cause,
Mhm.
yeah, they were parked in front of the neighbors. And I
Yeah.
was like, breaking news, there's three
Yeah,
deputies
yeah.
in
You're
front of the
here.
neighbor's house.
The
And-
deal is
and
they
'cause I
couldn't
was
figure out
kinda like,
if he
it is
was
kinda
Alex
weird
or
'cause they
if
never
the juice was
stayed
Alex.
that
That's why they
long.
come and
were there
asked
for
him
about
and
2
verified who he
and then
was.
boom, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
And they were asking for
walked over
Alexander.
like they were, going to a riot. They were all, and I go, oh, this doesn't look good. They had that walk. It wasn't like, hey, we're just seeing what you guys are doing. They were walking to. They
Already
were
knew
ready.
what was
Yeah,
going on.
they
They knew
knew,
what they were
yeah.
doing. Because when they walked up to
Christine.
Juice from the opposite side, the very first thing he said to
Tell him,
Juice is, what's
Christina.
your name? He goes, you know what my name is. And when he told him, he's like, what's going on? I mean, you could tell something was up, because then he pulled out his plastic gloves, and I'm like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to
Yeah,
be
they're
kidding
just standing there with their blue gloves. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Jim.
when the blue gloves came out, you knew it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got a
he was,
comment
he
here
was
by
going, but he was
Christine.
absolutely terrified. He
Hold
was
on,
so
Lauren.
scared because everything that's revolved around this case, you know, disappearance of Nancy, nobody can find her after all this time. Is anybody really looking besides you guys? You know what I mean?
She's not hearing what they're saying.
Nico is in town right now and is out with Jacob looking for the next 3 days. And he's good from what I understand. But nobody's looking anymore. And then what scared
Hopefully,
me
Christina,
the most
you're
is when
still in
Nanos
here.
did that interview not too long ago.
And you went over and
he
told
was
them.
trying to describe how they do DNA test. He had not a clue in the world what he was talking about. Not one clue. He goes, well, they kind of do this, but he couldn't think of what it was. I'm like, you've never been
Lauren.
in a DNA lab in your life.
Hold on.
I want to comment right here though.
Exactly.
Christina said something. If any of you guys are going to fight this, please seek a lawyer because you might be saying something now that could hurt your case. They might be using our clips.
Well, I talked to a lawyer.
Exactly.
They listen to the streamers all the time. I believe that. I mean, I know they were all the time when you're out there because, you know, you were their eyes basically. But I'm sure they still do.
Well, this is a different situation in the sense where our rights have been violated. We can have free speech about what's happened. We don't have
See
to
that comment?
That's
exactly what I said.
About it. There's nothing that's gonna
Somebody listening to me and then going over there.
Jeopardy from what's happened already, right?
See, I don't get those. I don't get those $10 tips.
About anyway.
I'm just
But
saying for anybody to listen.
I studied law. I didn't become an attorney. There's just so many things in this case that just are not going to fly with the prosecutors. And they're not, I don't think it's going to make it to trial or even probably to, pre-trial. Reason being is prosecutors won't take a case unless they know for a fact they're going to win. And if they do, and then they have second guesses about it, then they start offering plea bargains. Usually they do that because at least they end up with a win. They end up with you incarcerated or, paying the fines or whatever. They'd rather have that than lose the case altogether, which makes them look bad. And as far as your First Amendment rights, 100% they violated that. There's no two
David,
questions
you still
about
in here?
that. And then if you read the law about the easement, you've got 8 feet, or you had 8 feet until Sue Ellen put all that stuff out there, to be on.
I understand.
And
I probably
depending
cut
on
it.
where
no, I
you're
probably,
reading it, sometimes they say you can stand
we're at an
there.
hour and a half right now.
You're not supposed to
I
spend the
appreciate you
night
being
there
here,
or whatever.
Deborah.
But
Thank you for
there was
stopping in
nothing
and hanging
you were
out.
doing that was illegal. You were not impeding traffic
You
whatsoever.
watched for an hour and a half.
Most of the people
It
that
helps
drive
out my
by,
numbers, so I
they
appreciate
wave.
you.
I mean, you've become part of the
So thank
part
you,
of the
Deborah.
furniture, so to
David,
speak.
you got to wait to.
No,
But-
there's a lot of them that
It'll be a couple days, but
there's,
just
but
know
they're,
what
like I
I'm
said,
printing
we were
right now
getting,
is gonna be pretty
people that
badass.
were mad, and we
I
were
just want you to
sitting
know.
there and they just come up to us and they want to and so
Just because
it
you're a
kinda got
guy,
little bit,
us guys
old
like
in a way,
things.
because it's like, don't take it out on us. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people. If you want to, I understand. I'm not like saying they don't have a right to. Be
Yeah, I'll
mad, but to
probably,
go out and actually try to approach
That's
us
weird. How
and
does
then make a big deal.
viewers go
that's
up and
a little
down?
much.
See,
Do we,
and
do we
another
have
thing,
200
this
viewers in
this
here right
case
now?
is
Because I don't
unprecedented
see the people from X.
because of the
So
fact there's never been
it
a
shows
case like
13
this that
people on
involved
YouTube, but it
YouTubers
shows
before, really.
199
I mean,
viewers currently.
I'm sure there's been
here,
cases,
so
right, JLR?
I don't know. I don't know how many
But
people are
not
watching.
this kind of thing.
'Cause I
And
am
the
on
thing is,
X,
you have every
YouTube, and
single minute
Facebook. So
that you were out there on video. They can't lie in court or
I was
anything.
wanting to
'Cause
hear
you
all
can
this stuff that-
rebut every single thing that they say on video.
I was wanting to listen to
So
what
this
Lauren
is
had to say, but
definitely not a good
she
thing for
hasn't
them.
been quiet. She's been
I mean, it's
talking
going
the
to be
whole time.
much harder to win because they'll say one thing and your attorney can say, objection, let me show you different. because everything you shot was live with them there when they weren't there. So they can't say you did one thing and then you prove that you didn't, you know? And then with all these 911 calls, I'm really upset about the fact they never bothered to track those. I know it's harder now because they don't stick to area codes anymore. But there's 4 people on X, I'll even screenshot their pages where they're bragging about making the calls,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I've got
jail.
screenshots of Nerdy. He's been spouting it all
See?
day.
There's
Yeah,
there's all
there's
kinds of
4
people
them
that
I
are
can, besides
people
Nerdy.
that are clipping
Nerdy
their
is a good
stuff.
writer,
So
though, I will give him that, but he's just not a good person.
JLR said, like,
Which is
don't
too
talk about
bad.
his name on my
But,
stream.
yeah, I am his newest target, JRL. I kind of got him out of your ballpark for a little while, I think, because he's definitely on
Amazing the amount of
now.
people that jack his name up.
But you
Hey
know,
guys,
JR,
I gotta drop. My
JRL.
phone is gonna die here on me, so I'm gonna call it a
All
night.
right, KFB kid. Nice seeing you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Dustin.
Good seeing you. Have a good night.
All right. Well, Lauren, appreciate you stopping by tonight.
Oh, absolutely, anytime. It took me a while to get my phone working right, but it worked out okay.
Lauren, go put some damn pants on. You can't
So
be
I
coming on
think I'm
stream
gonna
with no
head over
pants
to
on.
Nancy's neighborhood.
Tonight?
Thanks for all you're
Well,
doing.
I'm not going to open up trash cans in the morning because they're picking them up.
See,
And I'm not
JLR, it's
actually gonna
midnight
open
30
them,
for
I'm just gonna
JLR. It's
leave them a
11:30
little
for
bit.
me, and it's
Yeah,
only
actually, if they have that many
9:30 for
flowers in
them.
them,
So,
they'll be open anyway. So,
All right. Be safe out there.
gotta
but I
get
have an
that
idea
stuff
about
back.
flowers, y'all.
And it's not illegal, so I'm not
If y'all
worried
hear
about
about it, just
So,
know that it came
People
from
may
me.
think it's a little
I'm
odd, but you know, I got to do what I got to do
Here,
to find
I'm
out
gonna do
what's
it right
going
here.
on. So,
I'm gonna text
and if
JLR
I get
with
to
my
find
idea
out
right now.
anything new, I will let you know as well.
Thank you, Lauren. And
You betcha.
thank you for going out there, you know, and helping the guys.
We're
You guys were
putting
out
some more. We're putting more flowers out tonight too. Jacob already did, I think, and I'm going to get a few more, not expensive ones, cheap ones, because we know they're not going to stay there. It's more or less just making a point. You know, you can't. You know, the memorial's there for Nancy. It's not to bother the neighbors, and you just
I
don't
just
walk
texted
onto
him.
somebody's property and take their memorial down. First of all, it's illegal.
You may see whenever he
But
gets it, but
it's just
I just texted
morally
him with my
wrong
idea,
as
y'all.
well.
So,
Anyway, but I will see you guys again.
well,
I'm
Have a good day, Lauren.
sort of.
Have a good night.
sure.
Bye, Lauren.
Bye, guys.
Are we winding down for that? Well, we got a couple more people. We got Junior 81. Junior,
Yes,
you're here.
sir.
JLR trying to say
Sorry to
bye-bye
keep
to
you
Lauren.
waiting. I
We
know
just
a lot
did.
of,
Newbie on a
You've
mission.
been on for a minute, waiting. What's going on? Where are you from?
I am from New Jersey.
From New Jersey. Thanks for coming in.
A couple things.
Sure.
Before 857 and Juice got arrested, the cops were in front of the Crouch House.
They're looking for Alex.
That's where they were sitting, in front of their house. The one cop came up, or the one deputy came up and asked if 857 had seen Alex. He said no. They left. They drove back past 857. They kept going. And then they came back and cited 857 and arrested Juice. 857 was never warned.
Nope.
So,
Are people
Nanos
watching my
put that
stream?
big order out just before this all
Just-
happened.
yeah, but just before it came out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is this basically? It was all timed out. Like they were waiting for like a signature, something, and they yeah, this was all planned out. Probably, you know, a day ahead of time.
So technically, you shouldn't even got a citation. You should have had a warning. And then if
Based
you were
on
called
what
back there,
Nano
you should have got the
says
citation.
is going to occur.
I
And
want to
that's
know
what's
what the
that's my
public
whole
nuisance-
point. Is yeah.
I want to know what the public nuisance is.
There was none. The deputy even told 857 that when he was there earlier. He even asked him if he needed a drink.
Yeah.
It's just like you
I think I'm
cannot
getting
disturb
Alex
an
on the
officer's
Alex just
peace.
Called me.
An
Alex,
officer.
I just sent you the StreamYard link.
And then the thing
Nice.
with Juice had just got there.
Oh no, he just went live.
He was
He was getting ready. He was getting ready.
Alex is going to come on JLR stream, y'all.
He even said it on live. He was
Let's see what he
still
has
trying
to
set up
say.
the live when the sheriff walked up to him.
I tried for an hour and a half last night to get on his stream.
So, but
I
you're
couldn't get
saying
anybody to
that
send me a
this-
damn link. So just
the
saying.
Crouches might have something to do with this as far as
Well, that-
sickening
No.
on the streamers.
Nah.
Before it all went down, that's where they were sitting. They were sitting in front of the Crouch's driveway.
They didn't have nothing to do with it. It's just where they happened to show up. Yes, he is back home.
Did you
That
see
is
that?
his
too,
house.
Simon?
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
saying.
to me, I just thought they were just like bundling up like a little team meeting before they were like kind of planning how they were gonna,
Agreed.
entrap us essentially. And so that's kind of what I thought they were doing because I said that they were down there. It's breaking news there, but I
Right.
kind of had a feeling that something
And a
was
microphone.
up, right? When officers all of a sudden show up and there's nothing going on, what's good? And so to me, it was like, okay, what are they up to?
Sort of weird. I'm
And of
having my
course, we
conversation
saw
over
what
here,
they
but I'm
were
sort
up
of
to.
feel like I'm in their
But see,
conversation still, and I had to
now my
make sure
thing
I
is, too,
wasn't
is I think they're trying to
on
get
their
everybody out of
conversation.
the neighborhood because everybody's thinking about the septic tank.
Well, I'm open-minded to the septic tank for sure.
Now, Chris McDonough on his channel did a live feed, and he showed where the blood
Well, dang, it's
came
about
off
time,
the front
Trey.
stoop,
Make sure you hit
down
that
the
subscribe
walkway,
button.
and turn to the right.
I think you already do. Here, I'll let y'all hear it again just in case, whenever you
So
do.
what do you think? What does that mean?
Well,
If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it so that,
Now,
it'll play the sound.
is the septic tank visible,
That we don't know.
or
Yeah, I don't know much about the septic tank.
I don't think the septic tank's right there in the front in JLR's picture right here.
or
Right in
is it
here.
that they knew
This
the
right here
camera
would
was
have to
on
be-
the casita, and they walked around that side of the house, around the wall in the back, and went to the two tanks that are behind the gym guy's house. Because you want to think they're going to want to take the
JLR
path
is live.
of least resistance.
I'm just
They got
rebroadcasting
a
his stream.
150-pound woman.
But he is, this is live of JLR, what his streamer is
Well,
doing. I'm just restreaming it.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
showing
I
it.
agree with you on that. Say that again. The path of least resistance.
Yes, they're not going to want to take a 150-pound woman up a hill.
Unless she's in a wheelbarrow or some sort of dolly or vehicle. But you're right. I mean, it's always even with the concept of disposing of a body, dumping a body, taking her out, you ain't going far from that car.
Okay, but now here's the thing: if they used a dolly,
There's a big
there would be
difference.
tracks. On 857's video,
He's got like
from
7,000
February
people. Let's see
2nd,
how many people
there
he
was
got in
no
his chat right
tracks
now.
in the
He's got
driveway from a dolly.
7,600 people in his stream right now. I have
And that's
200.
what's confusing is, there's 400 FBI agents.
13 on YouTube, so it's a little bit of a difference. You just can't see everybody.
We're putting all resources
And
to
I
this
see
case.
I'm on a
And
different
so you would
service than he
think
is, so he
that
don't see it
these
like
are
I
real
do.
easy clues
I
that
see it
any
because
homicide
of my
detective
chat
would
over here.
Probably spot that one of them would spot that. Hey, she's.
But
in
hey,
that
Trey,
septic. So, I
appreciate you being here,
understand
buddy.
where you would think that,
Thanks for
but it's
stopping
hard
in.
for me to
Make sure you
believe
turn on
that
those
these
notifications
400
because
or whoever.
you haven't
Even
seen
just
all
the
of them.
sheriffs that they would miss something
Dave
that
says usually you can see
open,
lateral
and
lines in
then-
the grass here,
then
and that's
4
what I'm
months
saying.
later,
The
they
problem
still
is, you
have
look
the
there,
thing.
that's
So I
all
get
rock.
what you're saying. It's just hard to
You can
believe
clearly
that
see my
they
lateral
didn't-
lines
they didn't catch that.
out in my front yard,
I mean,
which my front yard,
with
I'm
a
talking
septic tank being sealed, you're not going to
300
smell it
foot from my house because the way my house is
because you
built.
don't unless it's overflowing. That's when you're going to smell it. But you don't smell your septic when you walk past it if it's sealed.
I'm not so sure that they even do they have septic
At the
tanks?
time, you might, but not.
Or is it
far
just a
into it.
connection to
I
the?
don't know. We don't know how much time.
They live in the city of Tucson. I'm
if she
sure
was
the
put in
city
a
of
septic
Tucson
tank, how long
services
she was
that
in
area.
there.
We have to find that out from
You're
somebody
saying
who's out there.
field, you're not going to smell anything.
I just don't see
No, if she
the
was
probability of
okay,
there
so
being a
she
septic
went
tank there because
missing
the area's
on
not
the-
big enough.
between the 31st and the 1st.
31st and 1st.
That other tanks over there, those are water cisterns.
So
Those are
they were
rainwater
out
collectors.
there on the 1st,
They're not
did
septic.
their investigation. If they didn't open the tank, they wouldn't have known if she was in there or not.
You would think they would do
Hello,
due diligence and open up the
Jackie.
tank.
Correct. Now, even
I
if
so are with Jackie
it was a week later
G.
or whatever,
Hi.
there's still not going to be a smell because the tank's sealed.
So the
I mean,
only way
unless
you would, but if you opened it, would a smell come out instantly?
Oh,
Yeah.
if you opened it, yeah,
like a boom in your face, like a
you would definitely. I mean, you better be able to smell it if you open it.
Look who we got. Our great friend Alex.
Hey, buddy.
oh, hold
I
on.
heard.
Man,
How's it going, everybody? What's up, Damien?
Is he straight tonight?
man, I listened to your video earlier, man. You said it right, you know.
Jackie's
and that's
good.
The thing is,
Okay,
is
Jackie.
everyone has the right to say what they want, and when you explained it, so everyone go
I agree
check
with
out
you,
Alex's video.
David.
Response
Yeah,
earlier,
houses
but
built
yeah,
before
shout
city
out, man.
annex is
That-
possible
That
'cause
took a lot to do, and
Maybe
I
that was part of the
respect you.
county
Just
at the
putting
time,
it down. You said,
and
you know,
the
this
city
is me.
grew,
This
and then
is
it
just-
became part of the
everyone's
city.
who they are, you know. You
I'm not
You
gonna
would think they would have.
Yeah, they can't change us because they want us to fit a certain mold. You know, yeah, I'm not the angel of the group. I'll tell you that. But
So we got Alex. We got a Junior
Look.
81 Investigates in. We're
What's
just
up,
talking
Me personally,
tanks.
this right here is the Alex that I
Good to
like.
see you, JLR. How's
I'm
you
just
doing, man?
saying,
Till
this
Texas.
right here's the
no,
Alex.
Texas.
Oh, look, I'm at the studio.
This is the Alex that
back
I
home.
Nice.
Little Wednesday.
I
but
can
it's now
interact
Thursday.
with all the time.
Now,
Little Wednesday.
Thank
with
you.
Alex's
There you go. See,
charges,
you hear what it sounds like
how'd
when
they
somebody
give him an
subscribes?
obstruction of
Thanks for hitting that
thoroughfare when he
subscribe
wasn't even
button.
there?
And I was never cited. The KBOA said I was cited. I was never
Yeah.
cited.
So Alex, Captain Kevman
That's why I
presented.
came.
Okay, so it looks like KVOA's altering your video to fit a narrative.
So
saying,
Alex
you
has
know,
finally
you
saw
throw
it.
things out with the liquid, and it's
They better,
liquid.
they better go find the live video and they'll see that that's a bunch of bullshit. Not only that, they doctored one of Juice's videos, putting bleeps when he was talking like he was cussing. When we know he doesn't cuss, he's like you. He doesn't. I mean, of course, if it comes out, but
I'll have to go
he
find
doesn't
that.
go out of his way to cuss. So for them to do that, they're just trying to do everything they can. I mean,
Well, they can't air.
I don't know what to say
Well,
anymore.
so how-
KBOA is doctoring videos. I know for a fact. You know, I told you. You
They,
already know.
they
Jeff.
can't air
I didn't
things
say
that are.
this. If I did, I would have happily told you.
inappropriate.
You know what I mean?
So you know the media is
Yes, they are
portraying
live.
you know, saying, you know, I see.
I'm
these
live, they're
articles, these
live.
Clips, you know, the
I was on
P10 man
JLR
throws
show
water and
earlier,
stuff. How,
so
how are you feeling about that?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of funny because I was like New York Post. I was like, oh, they posted up about the P10. Why don't you ask me why there was a P10 there? And then maybe I would have explained to them that, well, guess what? You can't pee on someone's property on the easement because people complain. We were allowed to use the porta potties with the construction workers. Well, Juice went and used the porta potty, and that was an issue. So I had to look up the laws. And the problem with urinating in public is exposing yourself. So by New York Post saying that I'm out there with a P tent, I guess it would rather me go out there and just whip it out so kids could walk by. Like, they don't even understand why I had to do that. I didn't want to pay $25. I didn't want to have to carry an extra bag to go out there. It's because we can't go to the bathroom anywhere out there. The ordinance says we're allowed to get dropped off there. Okay? But what are the rules after that? You know, apparently there's more rules that we didn't get the memo of. You know, we can only be there for so long. Well, we can't be in the road. Like, what are we supposed to do out there? You know what I mean?
Well, that was
again, just me. But this Alex right here is so rational. I mean, he has
Yeah, I know. I
great
had just
composure
seen it.
and all that stuff.
And they were
Again,
knocking
he's
on the
a
door.
grown man. He can do what he wants to do.
Dom C
I
has a
like
question.
talking to
Did you
this
get
Alex
Amazon
right here.
packages?
Just saying. So
Yes, thank you, Tom C. Thank you. You're the best.
right.
No Porch Pirates. We're good right here. Thank you.
I mean,
So
Don't get me in trouble,
uh,
David.
how are you
Smacking
feeling?
aside
What's
the
going on
tent and
with
stuff.
I'm good, but like JLR, you even know, and Damien, you guys all know, like it was never about Alex or Criminal Network. This is just what I do. But the fact that Nanos is pulling it, that's the only reason I've been kind of putting my name out there. But really, they know what we're here for. Everybody here knows the people that know what we're in here for. Our hearts are in here for the right reason. That's all. I'm trying to keep Nancy's name alive out there. And if all these weird things keep happening, everyone's watching it live. You know what I mean? Nanos hasn't been able to find an 84-year-old woman, yet he's worried about YouTubers and egregious. What were we doing that was egregious? And why is Catalina Foothills residents so much more special than my neighborhood or Damien's neighborhood here in Tucson? You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's
an interesting point.
I think that's why he's doing this, is because he's got his panties in a bunch because he can't find her, and you guys are putting her name in.
He's embarrassed.
And look, even those kind of comments like that, you don't hear me putting out stuff like that. I don't think that I've ever put out.
Hear the sound.
Yeah, that's why he's doing. I made it from Captain Kev, man. Hold on.
I did some David Blaine. I was like,
See?
He's on that video because I was like, that was a loud one, Alex, if that was you, because that thing was like,
you know what? It's all over me where I pretend to throw it. It would have
on the rocks
all over me, bro.
You were shaking it when you came out of the you were shaking it and you were looking down towards Nancy's house. They took that out of there.
That's funny. See, I didn't know I was shaking it, but it was empty. And then not only that, I told the detective, she goes, you were peeing out of a peeing in a Frito-Lay thing. You mean this one right here that has a flashlight in it? It's still
All
a
right,
flashlight.
Alex, I'm gonna play it. Here's what they said, and Captain Kevman kind of just looped it.
It seems like this: a streamer live streaming himself using a portable toilet in the neighborhood, and then appearing to dump its contents on the ground. It's for live streaming himself using a portable toilet in the neighborhood, and then appearing to dump its contents on the ground.
That was me.
Now, do you hear it? You hear it? Now listen what they added. You can hear the liquid. You can hear the liquid. Let's do it again. Okay, so
it even looks like it.
Now you go here. Nothing. Where's the liquid?
I told you guys, I didn't even watch the video because I already know what was in there.
Not only that, but it seems like they also
but go back a little bit.
Messed up the part where you said, "Oh," you know what I mean? They added that at a certain. It's not syncing right.
Hey, JLR, you know what made them feel kind of dumb is when the detective came to the car. She read me my rights and said if I wanted to talk. I said sure. So she was talking and she said, she goes, yeah. So something about throwing urine. I go, I never threw any urine. She goes, you didn't have a Frito-Lay's thing and you poured urine? I go, no, I didn't. She goes, oh, so you were just acting like it? I go, apparently. And then, so maybe a minute later, I told her.
I called it a Pringles can, but he's right. It's Frito-Lay. It's plastic. The whole thing.
I'm like, I couldn't really piss because I had the microphones on me, and I don't want to piss.
He says it right there in the thing. I didn't have to
piss.
Play it.
I only popped up the tent because we were going to go see you, JLR, and at the sheriff's station. And I was like, I brought this thing out here. Let me at least show everybody. So I popped it up, did that, what you just saw. I don't know why they added those sounds. That's not KVOA though. That's like just some shit. I thought someone said KVOA posted it with a sound because shouldn't be any sound.
It is.
So I shared with everybody kind of like what you were telling me about how they came to your house, kind of the woman lured you out, and next thing you know, other dudes are grabbing you and cuffing you, right?
Yep. But that must have meant they had a warrant, right? Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
That's why they pulled you out of your house because they didn't have a warrant.
Well, they didn't pull me.
Okay. Good point.
Good point.
Because if they had a warrant, they could come in your house and get you.
True, but usually they'll still knock and talk. Not always, but.
Right.
Interesting.
They did the same. They did the same to me back in 2021. I had 15 cop cars in front of my house. They knocked on my door. There had to be 30 cops in front of my house. They knocked on my door, ripped me out of my house, tried slamming my head up against the wall.
No warrant?
No warrant.
What, you getting in trouble? What's
They
going
said-
on here?
They said I was being charged with terroristic threats. So they
Are
said
you from? Where are you from?
Jersey.
Jersey. Okay.
I've never had any of this stuff happen to me, y'all.
They
I'm
took
just
me to the
saying.
police station. They said they had a recording of me threatening somebody.
None of those
So I asked them for the
things of
recording.
any of
I
those
wanted to
four
hear it.
individuals on that screen. I'm
They
just
never let me
saying.
hear it. So when I went to the lawyer, I told the lawyer that they said they had a recording. I wanted that, and that I wanted to hear it. So he's like, "All right, let me see if I can get it from him." He couldn't get it. They never had one.
They do that all the time.
So when they got my discovery, the prosecutor dropped the charge from terroristic threats down to a disorderly persons.
Try to get him to a plea deal.
And that's, you know, that's what they, here in Pima County, the courts are so backed up that, you know, they don't want to take things to trial, right? Because that's thousands of dollars for them. So everything they're trying to plea out. And when we didn't,
I'd say
do
I still got the
anything
link. I
except
could go
just
back on
our
his screen.
practice our American rights.
Yeah.
The best thing when we
Well,
hope is they just throw it out, because
Yeah,
as
no
soon
knocks
as,
are a
then it's
little
plea,
different.
you gotta sign that paper, admit this and admit that, and if we didn't do anything, how can we sit there and
We
admit
used
it?
to.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
yours
said-
should be thrown out, considering
My damn cursor right there.
you never got a warning. And
Well, I mean, that's real. They're not required to do that in a sense.
Right.
Nanos is just trying to say, I'm giving people citations before arrest, you know, and repeat offenders. But technically, they can arrest anybody for anything if, you know, without a warning.
True.
I mean, it's not like a requirement.
Right. Even
But-
a warrant, if they get you with a warrant, even if they don't use it in court, then they didn't really need to even ask.
The misdemeanors
Kelly
must
Burkett
occur
says
in
an
the officer's
interesting thing,
presence,
though, I looked this up already.
not on video.
Juice said the cops didn't even read them as rights. But here's the thing, Kelly and everyone.
They don't have to read your rights.
They don't have to read you your rights. That's what
That's
I'm
the
looking
same.
up.
That's true.
I had an incident.
If they don't
and
ask you
they didn't read me
anything,
my
they don't have
rights.
to read your rights.
They don't have to.
And that won't overturn anything, really.
Just
On
because
a
you're under
misdemeanor,
arrest doesn't
it's
mean you have to be read
custodial.
your
They
rights.
only have to read your rights if you're in custody and being interrogated.
And interrogated, not just in custody.
They must have never interrogated Juice, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Well, I
They
mean,
were.
yeah, if you get interrogated, like maybe if, you know, if Juice gets handcuffed and then he's in custody and then he starts talking in the back of the car, the cruiser, and they try to use whatever he's saying against him at that point, then without reading the rights, then that's a problem.
You have the right to
You remember early on when I told you I submitted those
not
tips?
self-incriminate.
And I went to the detectives came and picked me up and took me out by Tomaso's house and met with FBI right there. Well, that detective is the same one that arrested me.
Oh. Hey, Junior, I appreciate you stopping by. We've got somebody in the pipeline here. Over to. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right.
I was trying to figure out what's going
Thank
on
you,
there.
bye-bye.
JLR has talked about terroristic
Love the
threats.
cruise. I know you've been waiting. You were in before. Are you still there? Love the cruise.
What's up, the
Probably
crew?
not. Love the cruise is
Hey, or JLR, I put a picture down here. I don't know if you were able to show it. I put it on the present. It's one of Damien's. I love that picture, man. What he says on there. I put it in the bottom. You see it? It's kind of like a cactus.
The cactus flicking off.
But what you said though was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, the YouTubers were not. Yeah.
I like that, man.
When's your court date?
I think I have it. I have it pinned on my page.
They didn't give me a court date.
They give you a court date?
Blank at the bottom. I never
So you-
signed it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just maybe by then they already dropped the. I don't know. I really don't know. The detective. The detective told me when I told her
Usually,
I didn't really
yes.
didn't throw any fees.
Yeah.
Love the cruise. You got mic problems.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
Yes. JLR and Damien, Alex, hi. I wanted to bring up when you were in the airport getting ready to leave and you were sitting there having your burrito and you heard an announcement, JLR, your car is ready.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What about it?
Do you think they were trying to get you back down to the rental car area to arrest you before you got out of town?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
No?
They would have
Where
found
was
you.
I? In Dallas? Where
No,
was I?
you were in Tucson Airport
No, I was in Phoenix.
or Phoenix. Okay.
I mean,
you
now you
think-
got my mind thinking a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
No,
I mean,
I don't
that's
think
food
so.
for thought.
Yeah, JLR. No, they would have found me.
That's what I think.
I don't think.
They would have watched him live to see where he's at. I'm just saying.
There's things out there you can do warrant checks and everything like that. There's nothing out on me, so. But
So
I'm told though, if you go back in that neighborhood, you're gonna get scooped up. Like
Do
they'll
you think-
instantly call it a public nuisance.
Do
But
you
if I go
think
to
if
the
you
mayor's office, nothing will happen unless they want to do something there. You
Hey.
know what I mean? Like if you go,
Yeah.
you could talk about this
If-
case anywhere else. They
If
just don't
my
want you in that
if my
neighborhood.
tip jar
The
was a little
neighborhood
bit
is like,
fuller and
well,
all that
here's the
stuff, I
question.
can go out there. I've never been told.
Is, you know, they have the sign there on, you know, when you're going in the neighborhood, we all know the signs that
I
are
could go stream.
wherever you go in, you'll see them. What if we parked outside of that, right by the parking sign, and just saying, here, we're out of the zone, and we're showing, hey, this is where Nancy's, but I mean, would they go after us if we're out of the parking zone, but we're in? Because, if you go the other way,
He
where
does
it's a
it
big
all the
hill
way
down
on his
out of
lives.
there, that's pretty close to Nancy's house still.
He gives it all away and where he's at all the time,
where
and
a lot
that's
of the media was
I've said that many a
parking when they
times.
were
It's not like they
walking
don't
in. It's
ever
not
know
a
where
far
he's
walk.
at.
So,
I mean, hell,
I mean,
you've
that
watched
is
his
I was
stream long
thinking
enough.
about
Now
that
you
the
know
other
he's
day.
at home.
What if
That's
we
his
parked
house.
out of that area,
Type deal.
Would we be cool, or would they start harassing us too?
That's
I
ground.
I think they're going to harass you guys no matter where they find you. Anywhere close to that area, you guys are doomed. I guarantee they are out for blood from you guys.
I guess they don't know I'm in charge of that jurisdiction, but okay.
Right? I loved it when you told Sue Ellen that, and then you told her, "Ma'am, you
I
can't be
can
parked
I can
there."
figure out some things. Just saying.
Put your seatbelt on.
Put your seatbelt on. You had me.
But look,
cracking
I
up
mean-
that night. I was laughing. So
As
hard.
as funny as
I
some of
didn't
the shit
expect
is,
her to
Alex
stop it. I
says,
was like,
look,
what is
at some
happening
point
right
you
now?
got to say, look,
But
dude,
you done very well with her. You tried to ignore her in the
you
beginning.
know, I know as
and
much
she
as
kept
we,
on. So
some
I
of
mean,
us
she
feel
harassed
that
you, and you have a
the
right
shit
to
they're
defend
doing in that
your-
neighborhood is
yourself
ridiculous.
from it.
Not
But yeah,
these
I was
guys,
worried about,
the
you know,
neighbors, but
JLR
you
in
can't
that
keep
airport that
instigating
announced,
it
but
and
was really
damn
weird.
I
expect
heard
a
it. I
change to
remember. I was
occur.
watching.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
watching it, and I'm
It
like,
sounded like JLR to me.
uh-huh. And I thought, were they trying to get him back to the rental car area to get him before he got out of state?
They would just come up into the airport. I was live streaming and find me.
You're
See,
right.
that's
They
what I'm
would've
saying.
just snatched you, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be epic content, right? That'd go viral. YouTube influencer JLR has been covering the Nancy Guthrie case. Arrested during YouTube Live at the airport.
Exactly.
Ready to flee town.
Right.
Just
But
saying.
all of you would have bailed me out. I know I'd have been in good hands.
Yes. I
Yeah.
live in Surprise, Arizona, which is probably about 4 hours from Tucson.
Surprise! I know
You
it's
live
at.
In Surprise, Arizona.
Surprise, Arizona. That's an interesting town name.
I
Yeah,
don't know where.
it's 45 minutes northwest of Phoenix.
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
originally from Tennessee, though. So, but yeah,
Surprise!
Okay.
Surprise!
yep. It's going on your way to Buckeye, where y'all went around all those roundabouts going to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Roundabouts
not far.
on the
Yeah, it's-
55. mile-an-hour highway. You're like, what the hell?
Right?
A lot
Yeah.
of them too. That's 5.
So
They just done those a couple years ago.
I'm amazed that Alex remembers some of that
to help
stuff.
with traffic, but
Right. I mean, it does avoid accidents. So.
it does, yeah. Well, I just wanted to say that. And JLR, I'm having a hard time ordering coffee off
Oh.
of your. It's not
Yeah,
going
where the
on.
hell's my coffee, JLR?
There's shortage on the coffee.
Send me,
I need beans.
Send me an email, and your number, whatever, and I'll look into it. What do you mean it's not working?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me
Shandy Miller.
purchase it
Thanks
out
for
of the
stopping
cart.
in.
When I
Lady
tried
Miller
to-
here from
because I got
X
it
and
in the
Lauren
cart,
said earlier that Pima
but
can't play
it
two
wouldn't let
sides.
me
Lord,
check out.
store, coffee and
Have
shirts. I'll
parties
have to look.
neighborhood. Oh, hold on here.
All right,
But,
well,
these
thank
guys
you for
are-
taking my call, and you guys be
These guys are
safe
being
out
loud in
there.
my
I
ear.
got your. I'm
I got to think about
right
what you're saying here.
100%.
You're awesome.
Thank
Thank you.
All right, take care. Thank you, Damien.
Love
Let
your
them have
accent.
parties and let people park on
Oh,
the side of the
that-
street,
thank
but
you.
not the YouTubers.
That
Definitely
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Definitely a Tennessee accent.
Yes.
Yeah,
Peace out. Oh, I cut her off by accident. Are you still there? You still there?
No. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yeah.
I'm not here, but you can't hear me.
I apologize.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, well, you guys have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Pima can't play two sides. Let them have parties in the neighborhood and let people park on the side of the street, but not the YouTubers.
I was over there. Bear with
Yeah, I mean they
Aaron
even
and
talked
sister,
about the fact
she
about
lived next door, they
people,
both got sick, so they got home. I don't know, a few hours.
people having
That's always good.
workers come to their to their homes. They had to park in their driveways and all that stuff. But they have talked about
I literally
parties and
I
stuff.
had to turn off my pump on my pool. My pool's a mess. My pool's all
I bet it's full of green as shit.
My back
Yeah, it's
lanai was open. The door was open. I couldn't find OJ, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, OJ got out. And
it's
I went
crazy
out
what
the
they
bathroom.
what some are allowed and some are
I was
not.
like, OJ, I'm like, oh my god, the alligators got her. And then I came in there, and she's in the bed.
That's funny. She's not.
Man,
She said she's
they
not
leave her
outside
home
cat
for-
either, huh?
Nah, I don't think she would survive out there.
Well
I
done.
don't think she would even go out, honestly. But I just saw the door open. I couldn't find her. I'm like, oh,
Right.
man. So I'm all panicking. I almost killed the stream. Look for OJ. Save OJ.
Right.
Oh man.
Royals and Cubs spring training
Guys,
enterprise.
man, we support both of
guess
you
so.
guys. You support the Jutes and everybody else.
Yes, there was, and that was.
You know, crazy.
I swear,
stuff. What do we do?
I guess it was
Forward.
past the Crouch House, but
I
maybe
think we just keep pushing, man.
the next one down or something like
I
that.
love,
I
I love
think.
everything that you do, Jill. I love Damien. I've been sharing a lot of your stuff on Facebook too. I love all your content on there. I love it.
But look at this, Alex. Crystal has a something to consider.
Change. Alex, keep a check on your court date. They might try to sneak it in without telling. Yeah, you're right. I have to call probably.
Without telling you, next thing you know, bench warrant, failure to
Yeah,
appear.
failure to appear.
That is the ticket's empty at the bottom. You know where they usually put the date? No date.
Say, Damien can tell you what day his is.
Does yours have a date? The bottom?
Yeah, mine has 30th.
And is it the same paper as mine?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, at the bottom it says, look. Right.
Straight to jail.
Any
No
of you
court
have
date.
Help with anything? Is there?
I'm good. I'm
Well,
waiting
just
for
let
the.
me know if you get any emails from people that, hey, this lawyer, wants to take the case, because that's what we kind of, obviously we don't have any money to afford any of these big, good ones, right? The ones that have the high.
I mean,
So, hopefully, I've been getting emails and everybody wants to help, but you can't really trust everybody. And so we
A lot of
kind of
people
have
said
to have.
they said
Wait.
avoid Tucson too. People in Tucson is me. I usually defend myself unless it's like some felonies, like with 2 misdemeanors. I'm just gonna wait for the discovery. I'll beat that case on my own easily. It's not
Okay,
even
but
that-
if you're gonna go that route, you make sure you show up to your court hearing because.
So
if
are
you
y'all
don't
hearing
show
that?
up, show up on your appearance.
Yeah.
They'll do
Turned
it
up a
for
little
you.
bit for you. Sorry.
Right. For misdemeanor. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't have to be there. That's right.
Well, you do if you're not represented.
I'm not represented. Right. No, you're right. Yeah, I'll call tomorrow. I just being a hard head. I was just trying to.
Unique says justice for the streamers. Corruption is wrong and making up your own rules, Nanos. Karma will prevail.
And people are saying we don't have to spin a narrative. We don't have to say there's some kind of conspiracy theories. They're seeing it, you know.
You know, I was going to go back
Here
and
we're
clip
trying to
that
get answers,
section
and look what's happening to us
because he said it to JLR
because they couldn't find Nancy or Nancy's, you know,
because
people who I don't know. I'm not going to let it get to
yeah,
me though.
JLR was there
I just don't like all these. You know what I
Juanita
learned
got
from you, JLR,
the ticket
with all these hit pieces coming out. That's
because
why
he
you
walked
don't
away and
interview
was
with
filming
them,
it, and then
because then they
JLR
would
went
just
down to
spin
the
it.
graduation
Here
house.
they said whatever they want. I'm not even.
And that
gonna
same
try. People are like,
deputy
you should get a hold
said,
of KBOA and
it happens
give
once
them
in a
your side of
lifetime.
the story. And I'm like, nah. But I like what I learned from you is that
And
I don't need them. Or you two. I don't need them. And if they want to spin their own,
there was a little bit of a difference in
I really don't.
respect exchanged, I guess you could say.
I mean, do you want us to get you a lawyer?
I'm okay right now. How about if I have trouble, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I'm fine, guys. 2 misdemeanors. I'm okay right now, guys. I promise.
Misdemeanors
If
are misdemeanors.
I know that, but if anything, I would ask for you guys to look after for Juice or for Damien, like because for Juice.
Where's the pro bono attorney that was supposed to represent everybody? Or
Jim, somebody had, I don't know though. I never talked to him.
Did any pro bono attorney get a hold of you, Tucson?
Yeah, the thing about it is I'm still waiting to hear back. And so we had a brief, chat, and he's like, I gotta do,
it was on JLR stream.
And so basically I'm just waiting to hear back at this point.
I clipped the ticket part,
which doesn't leave me
for Juanita, but I didn't clip the part where they went down to the graduation
but he
thing.
Doesn't do,
and I meant
he
to.
He doesn't do civil rights.
But it's on YouTube. We can go get it.
The criminal. You got to
anything that's ever been shown on YouTube is there, unless they have taken their video down. But it is still out there. Just like my videos. I mean, it's there.
Probably throw it out because, let's hope, right? Because there's nothing that they have on us.
Right.
Still an hour and 21 minutes, really? I got that for another hour and 21 minutes.
You guys got to just wait and see if they throw it out.
Change.
Kind of deal. I mean, really, that's what the arraignment is. See what they, I've had good luck and I've had bad luck. You never know with arraignment. They either say, yeah, hey, Bria, double E. My apologies. I will block you if I did block you. I didn't mean.
Where's your mugshot, Alex?
And I guess there's.
I don't know. I think.
Let me go check on something. I'll be right back.
And I know everyone's heard of her, and we're not trying to go and bash different streamers at all or say good, but there was one that she's been supporting all 3 streamers. Betty Bullhorn. I'm gonna say Betty Bullhorn. And she, I guess, has went through this exact same thing where she got, I don't know the whole story, but basically arrested. Now she's filing a lawsuit, for her rights being violated. Now that's basically, a lot of people have support, and we just have to find out who's actually got, some real time, because it's going to take a lawyer a lot of time to review everything. So
yeah,
I want to get this
support us.
I want to get this from the Nanos airport, because we didn't share that we were going to, remember?
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, go ahead. I love watching that.
Some of the viewers probably didn't, but I'm just going to go to Michael Ruiz's tweet.
Real quick, I just got a message. Somebody just said DGL and Nico went to the home under construction with the porta potty today and spoke with the owner. Owner said y'all could park in his driveway and use the porta potty.
Oh, that house.
I don't have to bring the P tent.
That guy was pretty cool. I talked to him before, he said the feds. And you know what's crazy, Tucson? I was driving out one day and I saw him, the owner, out there by the front, right? And something had me just say, just stop and ask if I could park there. But I didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had my headphones on. I could hear her while I was away.
You just never know. But
I guess Damien don't know about JLR and Betty Bullhorns.
what
History.
could, I mean, what the, that's at least
I'm
a
just
parking
saying.
spot. But the question is, as soon as you step foot right on the neighborhood road, then boom, you're under arrest. Public nuisance.
Hey, Bria Doubleine, I unblocked you. Sorry about that. I don't know how or why, but I got you.
All right. So this is what
Oh,
I
he's
wanted
back
to play.
on
We were gonna
eggshell,
play this
so-
earlier. Body cam video shows police at the Tucson International Airport reading Sheriff Nanos his Miranda rights, Miranda warning, after he brought an undeclared loaded gun to a TSA checkpoint on his way to vacation to Laguna Beach. Nanos was not charged, but he missed his flight and had to stow the weapon in his car. County residents complained to the Board of Supervisors previously that they believe he was treated more leniently than the average citizen would have been. Active duty members of law enforcement are typically allowed to fly armed if they meet federal requirements and declare
right.
their weapons in advance. As
That's
for
right.
the streamers, the Pima County District Attorney's Office declined to comment on their cases. Due to ongoing litigation, we're not able to provide a comment at this time. Thank you for your understanding.
This is 24,
Here
though.
it is. Here it is. This is crazy.
Just for, I have to read you your rights because of the whole. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to assist you prior to questioning and to be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you prior to questioning. Do you understand your rights, sir? I do. Okay. Now having been advised of these rights and understanding these rights, will you answer my questions? Sure. Okay.
It's just all part of the procedures they have to do.
Nanos was read his rights.
You're the only one that
This
handled
is
the bag
awesome.
today, to your knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. And that is your firearm?
Yes.
Okay.
Department issued.
Department issued. Okay. Where are you traveling today?
We're going to Laguna Beach, in LA.
Do you remember packing the firearm?
You know, I
or is
did.
it-
So last night we had a lecture night, so we went to the Star Pass Resort, stayed there. I had the gun in my car. I didn't want to leave it in valet. I stuck it in that bag. Then I took everything to the room. Got up this morning in a rush. We were late and just threw everything in.
Okay. Okay. Have you
It
guys
shows it here in a
what else
second.
you've gone
I'll have to
over
see.
with him, or-
I handed him his notice.
Okay.
And then I let him know that you were coming up.
Okay.
And then as soon as you get done, I'll advise him what
Do
he
your
steps
thing.
in. And then,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
whenever you are done, sir.
Let me contact my chain.
You do your chain and then I'll tell
Probably.
him next after you do yours.
Perfect.
Be careful, Candy. Streamlabs moderator will get you.
And your phone number is this 465?
Yeah, see, they don't show it, but it looks like
Eventually, they just say you're free to go. I don't know if they played the whole thing.
I didn't see the whole
Free
thing.
to go. You have the right
Well,
to remain.
we carry
This is
Glock
2024,
22s.
by the way.
See, y'all see that
Well,
message there?
the thing that he said is it was election night. So I'm trying to think if this was like his election.
There you go, David. Try to
like,
piss it
his
off.
election. Yeah, I don't know. It maybe
Oh,
it
let me
was lots
see.
of elections
Oh,
that
it
happened,
got
but
you
I
too.
don't know exactly the date. It says actually right on that.
Look at that
screen
smart
what
ass
date it
smirk on
was.
his face.
Yeah,
He makes me
11/6/2024.
sick. Sick, Candy says.
So that
Yeah.
what election would have that been?
Was
I
that
think
his
that would
win?
have been his election.
Yeah, that would have
So,
been
like,
this
he
election.
had the gun in his thing a day after he got elected again. If I'm reading this correctly. And then when he says he goes to Laguna Beach, like Laguna Beach is a pretty exclusive community in California. Like, I mean, you might drive by there and like maybe get in it, but I mean, does he have is that like another house where he lives? You know what I mean? What's going on in Laguna Beach?
We got
He's
somebody
going
else
over
that's trying to get in.
after his
This is
election
probably the last
night,
one.
so-
I'm getting exhausted. You guys
Yeah,
tired?
it's already midnight where you're
Hey,
at,
what happened
right?
to Alex?
It's 1 o'clock.
Alex,
where
come
JLR's
back
at.
in. I don't know what happened to Alex. Did I kick Alex by accident? I think I kicked Alex out by accident. Oops. Hopefully he come back. Laguna
If you haven't hit
Beach.
that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button,
Beach is
folks,
nice.
on my channel here that
Nice
you're
out
hearing me
there on
at.
the coast. Alex, come back in. Or he kicked himself out. Maybe I did. Oh, here he is. I didn't do that, did I? Did I do that?
I think
Scared the hell out of
it
him.
just went off. So
Yeah, I think by accident. I think I'm gonna wrap up tonight. A little tired.
I'm with
How
you. I
y'all
appreciate
feeling?
the invite too. Always good to see you guys too, and Damien too, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, we're staying on this, man. We're not abandoning Nancy.
Let me see what I
man.
last copied here. There you go.
We also have to find balance, but
Y'all go tell
we can't
everybody to
find a
come over
balance when
here.
It's just busy.
He's back,
coming,
newbie.
you know, when all these things are, seems like it's occurrences are happening daily. You know, but appreciate the invite, though, man. Always good to see you, brother. Both of you, man.
I'll drop my stream over there in his comments.
Probably not.
If y'all are in his stream, y'all can copy it and then paste it back in there. Tell everybody over there to come on over here.
Maybe.
I mean, he's still got 7,300 people watching his stream.
More uncomfortable now, you know.
I'm not as fun as entertaining as those guys until after dark, at least till after midnight.
This is the aftermath, right? This is what Nanos wants.
Exactly.
Scare people from covering the case in Nancy's neighborhood.
Using his bully tactics, how he uses in the department.
To be on a mission. Oh, he's back. Alex, how do you feel about JR leaving you to get arrested?
And demoting people and putting them in desk jobs.
Are you here for the wrong reason or what?
High-ranking lieutenants and sergeants. You're like, he's been getting away with it. That's why
he didn't
probably
leave
why he
him.
feels untouchable. Like he's some.
Come on now.
Chamelis, if I'm not pronouncing that right, I apologize. Says heads up, guys, or heads up, hi guys. I live in northern Arizona and is searching for a lawyer outside of Tucson area for you. Justice.
This ain't JLR's channel, so
thank you for that.
I do have the power to kick your ass out of here. I'm just saying.
The support and the response. I mean, I already have you guys, but here's like the communities. They're like, man.
If
in other words,
he knew to, he probably don't know that I'm streaming right now.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. You weren't here, but you know, starting up like an association where
Somebody would have to,
you know, there's
tell him.
YouTubers all over the United States, the world. If they had a place where they could join the association, they get their sticker, right? They can put the sticker, and now they also have a whole bunch of people.
Normally, I would, if I was on StreamYards like he is,
they can get educated.
I could let y'all talk and all that stuff. But I'm
Because
on
that's
StreamYards. I can shut the stream down and reopen it under StreamYard if y'all all tell me in the comments that's what y'all want to do type thing. So
10, 20 years down the road.
Cool.
Well, guys, thank you for coming out.
Thank you, guys.
everyone for
tell him.
Thanks for letting me.
We already knew he was going to Texas way before any of that shit.
And,
So.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Stay safe, folks. Stay safe.
Peace.
Have a good night,
Peace
guys.
and love.
Night.
Good night.
Bye. Good night. Thanks for coming in, Tucson, for most of the night, and thank you, Alex, for popping up.
I like dropping my
It is
comment.
1:12 a.m.
My channel over there.
Eastern,
Just saying.
2026. We are praying for Nancy's safe return. We want to talk about the case. What the heck's going on here, folks? Let me put Nancy up there. Nancy and Savannah. Day 129 now. It's day 130 here on the East Coast. Still a little bit earlier on the West Coast. Who did this crime? Who's responsible? Why are they trying to shut us up? We don't want to make it about us. We don't want to be part of the story, but we are now part of the story, which is crazy.
He said he got a tip from PCPD.
Y'all be safe. I'll be back tomorrow, God willing.
PCPD.
We'll see what
Pima
comes up
County
tomorrow.
Police Department?
Hopefully we get that break tonight. I don't think so,
What are you
though,
talking about?
but who knows?
Newbie on a mission 22.
JLR investigates.
What kind of
Cover
mission
breaking
you
news,
on?
True crime 24/7, 365. Back on the Guthrie case. We're not going anywhere. Shout out to all the streamers out there. Shout out to all of you. Thank you, everyone that contributed. And be safe out there. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Have a good night.
I'll post it in there one more time. There you
JLR
go.
Investigates. We will talk soon. Peace out.
Peace out. Okay. So that's what JLR, Alex, Damien, that's what they all had to say about the deal. So I'm glad I was able to throw that video clip up there, and Alex has seen it. But he says that he doesn't feel that was aired by KVOA, and it clearly was. I mean, JLR shared the stream, the KVOA story, and here, I'll go find it for you right now. KVOA. And we will go to their channel. I'll click on their channel, and then we will, let's see, 2 days ago, is that it? 2 days ago, now it's Crackdown. No, the story from earlier today. That's 2 months ago, so. No one hurt after deputy shoots at fleeing suspect. He said it. Hey, Miss Sherry, thanks for stopping in. I'm not on StreamYard, so I can't bring them in. I'm on Streamlabs, so I can't have anybody come on the stream with me here. I'd have to shut it down and then open up my stream using StreamYards. I mean, I could if that's what y'all want to do. So, Candy, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. Good night, and we'll see you the next time. Yeah, I'll have to coordinate with them. I've got Alex's number and JLR's number. I don't have Damien's number. We've been trying to phone tag each other for a while now through direct messages. He was going to call me the other day, and we didn't get a chance to. So, or I would just call them and ask if they want to come on stream, and I would restart it and do that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's midnight 15 here. I still got an hour. I got to stay up because I got to switch over a 3D print I'm doing. So just one of those things, but let's see if I can find this story right quick. 5 hours ago, this is going to be it right here. So if y'all missed it at the start of JLR stream, which a lot of you are going to be in here because of JLR stream. That's how y'all found me mostly. Most of y'all know me from X and all that stuff, but JLR shared this stream right here and this video, and when I saw it, I'm like, hold on, did I hear something there? So I'm gonna play that for you guys in case y'all missed it. Granted, JLR showed it again when Alex got in, but I want to share it straight from my stream, and then I will share the video that I sent to them on his, and he shared on his stream, of exactly what I heard and knew that something wasn't right. So let me bring this back up here and we'll play the video. Let me go.
The fallout continues tonight after the Pima County Sheriff took action against 3 YouTubers he says disrupted a Catalina's Foothills neighborhood with unlawful behavior. Charges range from obstruction of highway or public thoroughfare to being a public nuisance. News 4 Tucson's Monica Garcia is live with us tonight. She's been following this all along from the beginning. She's now joining us from the newsroom, the latest on the enforcement action. Monica, what have you uncovered?
Yeah, Sean, a lot happening here. We did learn of the stricter enforcement in an interview we have scheduled with the sheriff on Monday on a different story that we were doing. So that crackdown, the sheriff says, is happening in the neighborhood of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of Savannah Guthrie, who disappeared over 4 months ago. He says it follows numerous and constant complaints from people living in that neighborhood, claiming individuals are trespassing, blocking roadways, and disrupting the peace of the neighborhood. The sheriff says the calls and patrols in that area have been extensive, and his deputies have gone above and beyond to communicate with content creators there to help keep the peace, but to no avail. Nanos went on to say that he supports everyone's First Amendment rights, but says the behavior in that neighborhood has gone beyond that.
And we started getting calls from the neighbors about
video.
Actually a certain group of these, I'll use the word YouTubers, but the complaints got to be pretty egregious in that the behavior of those individuals was becoming pretty scary, pretty frightful to the neighborhood.
And so the sheriff also tells us that he has the support of the Pima County attorney. We reached out to her and she sent us this statement on the charges. She says that the sheriff was advised by PCAO of the potential criminal charges available involving misdemeanor public nuisance citations given neighborhood reports of chronic challenges. These cases, like all other cases, must thoroughly be evaluated to see if they reach the threshold for prosecution in our office. And so, Sean, as for the 3 YouTubers accused in this case, they've all taken to their individual platforms disagreeing with the charges against them, accusing the sheriff of being unconstitutional. We will continue to follow the story from the newsroom. I'm Monica Garcia. Back to you.
Now, again, that wasn't the right one, but it said that it was posted. You see? What's the deal here? I don't know. Make sure I'm on a refresh here. Have they already taken that video down after I called them out on and tagged them on X? Here's their videos. 7 minutes ago. Wasn't it on KVOA? It was Monica Garcia that reported it, right? Are you just saying it's not on this timeline of videos here? Maybe it's on videos here. Let's see. I thought it was should be it. This is the residency, because right there it was. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, folks. Oh boy.
We are going in depth tonight. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Mooney. We've told you about the recent crackdown on what the Pima County Sheriff calls unlawful behavior by content creators in a Catalina's Foothills community. Tonight, over 4 months after Nancy Guthrie disappeared, we are hearing from some of the neighbors in that community speaking out for the very first time and what it's been like to live there, not just having to comprehend the loss of their friend and the ongoing investigation, but the aftermath in their neighborhood. News for Tucson's Monica Garcia joins us from the newsroom with their story. Monica.
Oh, hey there, Sean. For months now, the Pima County Sheriff's Department tells us they've taken call after call from people who live in Nancy's neighborhood complaining about streamers disrupting their lives in the form of things like trespassing, harassment, the blocking of roads, they tell us, and simply disrupting peace in their community. Now, we've heard from many of these neighbors taking their calls right here in our newsroom. They tell us they not only live in fear of the person who took Nancy, but they also say they live in fear of a group of streamers who are making living there a neighborhood nightmare. Tonight, asking us to conceal their identity out of fear of retribution, they share their stories.
It seems like this, a streamer live streaming himself using a portable toilet in the neighborhood and then appearing to dump its contents on the ground. And this one, an exchange between a streamer and a resident walking down the street when the resident told the streamer to leave.
I'm not going to get out of here. What are you going to do if I don't get out of here, bud? Clown. Too bad you're talking in front of your own daughter.
Then there's the people trespassing.
Okay, I won't keep sharing the rest of it, but let me go back here. Right here, courtesy YouTube Criminal Network. They're saying they took this video right here from his channel, is where they say they got it, right? Let's go. Again, they pieced it together. So watch this section of video that they put up from Alex's channel that they say is his video. And granted, they edit it for TV and all that stuff. But you would think if it was that important that they would have played that section from his channel without any edits to it for verification and factual information. So just watch this again, and then I'm gonna play you my video that I clipped from his channel in whole for this whole section right here.
It's scenes like this, a streamer live streaming himself using a portable toilet in the neighborhood and then appearing to dump its contents on the ground. And then appearing to dump its contents on the ground.
Can y'all hear that water sound with the sound of his voice that he's doing? Y'all hear that? Yeah, right? I mean, hell, Alex would be happy with just go for 1 million. Trump gets 10 billion. I'm just saying, that's defamation. Straight up from a news organization. It's false information they're putting out. Play it one more last time, then I'll play you the true video straight from what I captured.
And then appearing to dump its contents on the ground. And
Y'all hear that water sound? Okay. I'm gonna jump over here to where he's putting his tent up. You see that? This is the part that JLR didn't show. Oops. This is the part that JLR didn't show that the other guy investigate something was trying to get him to play to show the whole part of the clip. So they clipped parts of the sounds and all that stuff and then threw it together. Now, where Alex dumps what they say is urine would be right in this area right here. So y'all watch that. He threw it right towards those rocks. And so, you know, when that air bounced back off those rocks, there's no way it would have made the sound that they say it plays. So listen to the whole thing. Watch how long it takes when those noises, the fart sound you hear, and then he comes out, he shakes the can around, and you hear that it's empty.